Feeling good. Fam, I'm telling you right now, don't get depressed about this season. This is one of those years. Not a big deal. I mean, you've been kicking ass for how many years? It's okay. It's okay. I did get a kick out of John Lynch says, yeah, we see the problem, the root of the problem. We'll fix it. So that's why I like Lynch and Shanahan. You know, people are still saying get rid of him. I don't know. I'm not in that bandwagon at all. Give me a couple of football guys in there doing what they do and fix this thing. Give me a couple other guys that are just coaches or whatever. No, they're not going to get it. Nah, they're going to continue to slide right down the chute. So forget that. By the way, fam, Merry Christmas. Did you have one? We're going to have a Happy New Year, too. Next year's going to be the 49ers year. No, you can quote me on it. I'm not afraid. Because I know there's a lot of guys on this team, and you and I both know ain't nobody go beat nobody's ass with 14 or 15 of the main guys gone. Okay, it's just not going to happen. Although, you know where I get beat up on that statement? Because how many guys the Detroit team got out? They got a lot of guys out on defense, including Nate Hutchinson. I know. You know, one of the reasons why I don't want to talk about, you know, it is Friday night. Normally what we do is we go ahead and go over the scores for what we predict is going to happen in the game coming up. So I thought I'd delay that because I'm sitting there reading the coach, the dude is like scaring me. All the things I'm reading about Detroit is scaring me, actually. And Dan Campbell's saying things like, we're bringing everything we got to this game. Hey, Dan, what? Are you still pissed off about last year? You guys already got into the playoffs. There's no point in anybody getting hurt. You can play your second stringers, you know. It's not necessary to just bring a bloodbath. Because, if one thing we agree on everyone's worst nightmare, it is going to be a bloodbath on Monday night. Oh, my God. Oh, by the way, McKivitz is out now. Okay, so I don't even know the people on the offensive line. I know one guy. I think it's Jake Brindle, right? Oh, Pooney. Yeah, Pooney and Brindle. Who else? Brock Purdy's birthday, he's going to go out there with guys he doesn't even know. Garindo doesn't even know. Nobody knows. Oh, my God. If it was up to me, honestly, I would, too. Call Detroit. Tell them don't come. Guys, go ahead and take this. Because if I lose another couple of players this week, I'll be pissed off. All right? They're not in any condition to play anybody. That's just the God's truth. They don't have anybody. They don't. That's why I decided, you know what? I'm going to go this route tonight. Well, okay, Sunday we'll talk about the scores, just because we do traditionally do. But tonight, hey, smooth, hey, smooth, man, we'll be all right. I'm saying that because you got to say that. I don't know. We're not going to be all right this year, I guarantee you. Besides Saturday night, Purdy's Rude 2024 Awakening. Pretty much the subject matter. 49ers head coach Kyle. Coach Kyle believes quarterback Brock Purdy will benefit from disaster season. And he sort of outlines it as well. It would appear that Shanahan is going to lead into the 2024 season of misery, of which we've been in the pit of misery all season long, to build a new red and gold machine. He believes the destruction the Niners have endured during this season is something that will especially provide mental nourishment towards the growth of young QB Brock Purdy. It could. With his personality, I see his point. So to the phones we go tonight to gather your thoughts on how Coach Shanahan is looking to make Brock Purdy, who fell off a winning horse, get his butt right back up there into that saddle and ride. Oh, Robert. Oh, yesterday did not participate. Aaron Banks, Robert Beal, defensive end, guard Spencer Burford, calf, linebacker Drain Greenlaw's been shut down for the year anyway. You know, if I had it my way, Fred, listen. I know what you're thinking. I know what you're going to say, but listen, here's what I'm going to do because I'm in charge. You're not playing Monday. And so he said, what? Fred, listen. We have got to regroup, pull this unit together. I can't afford for you to get hurt, seriously hurt, on a game that means absolutely frigging nothing, okay? I've already told Nick, and they've got 5 guys back there trying to contain him. But listen, here's the thing. Look at the big picture. I would get into it, man. You're not playing. Limited participation in practice. Safety Jair Brown. Leonard Floyd's got a shoulder thing going on. Isaac Rindo. Isaac's going to play this weekend, though. He's got a hamstring going on. Colton McKivitz, he didn't work out. You know, next year's schedule, we ain't having no primetime games, right? That's fine with me. I want to be treated like a team that went through a season like this. This year we had less rest than everybody else. We got hurt in camp immediately. I got guys holding out. I know people say, man, somebody 49 hours. Look, these are not excuses. I mean, whining. This is what happened. Oh my God. Full participation practice. Tatum Bethune, I understand Tatum's going to be allowed to play. He wouldn't be otherwise. So that's what I'm saying. I got all them kids playing linebacker. Let them play. Fred, sit down. Fred, sit the bleep down. Nick Bosa, full participant. Jordan Elliott, full participant. Talanoa Hufanga. Talanoa needs to compete. He does need to play, though. Hopefully he doesn't sustain anything seriously. D. Winters, these guys all full participant. D's got a chest thing going on. He's okay. The Lions, Terrion Arnold, cornerback. Hey, you notice how immediately the smile? Sonic Knuckles. Looks like Sonic ain't playing. I think Montgomery is Sonic. Boom, yeah. Knuckles is the punch, yeah. Man, don't matter. Full participants in practice for the Lions. Guard Graham Glasgow. Wide receiver Caleb Raymond. Linebacker Jalen Reeves. Maben. Neck. The top quotes. Shanahan was talking about Brock yesterday and told reporters he's in a more challenging situation this year. He's got 2 more weeks of it. Brock, Kyle, I got to tell you something. Let me finish the quote, though. He goes on to say, I think it's going to end up being really good for him in the long run. I thought he played at a high level in some situations last year, that some were good and easier, but then some were tough. Unquote. Oh, Kyle. You're going to send that kid out there with a couple of receivers. I don't count Debo because I don't know what kind of Debo we're going to see this Monday. He's got Ricky Pearsall. He's got Jawan Jennings, who's now getting doubled. I got my 4th-string running back out there. And you're going to put Brock behind that offensive line that has nobody on it. Okay. Trust you, Kyle. Other people talk badly about you, but I kind of believe in you still. I understand what happened this year. Nobody's going to beat anybody without their players. But if you get Brock hurt this weekend, I'm liable to join that lynch mob, okay? Just let you know. Fam, here's the thing. I doubt Mr. Purdy's baby boy ever thought the NFL was going to be a piece of cake anyway, but with the start he had last year, it would, for the last 2 years, actually. Brock Purdy is a movie in the making. We're watching it unfold right before our very eyes. But as I say, it would be easy for him to imagine the NFL is a piece of cake with the way he came in and the way he's been. Beat Purdy into this season riding a wave of success like very few in NFL history. I mean, Audie Murphy, man, movies. I mean, the dude luckily comes into the league to begin with after being selected as a final pick of the 2022 NFL Draft was already a miracle. But that was just the beginning before things really got crazy. I mean, Spielberg could have written a better script, man. Here's this kid, Mr. Irrelevant, comes in. The youngster gets thrust in the Niners starting lineup as a rookie due to injuries. Usually and normally quarterbacks that come in under those kind of circumstances get executed right on the field of play. We've seen it look at other teams. Guys coming there with no experience, no real, he's just the backup quarterback. Sometimes a lot of teams get quarterbacks to their backups, hoping they'll never have to use them. Look at the Rams with Stetson Bennett Jr. Or is he Stetson Bennett the third? That's right, I'm sorry. Esquire. Fam. If Stetson Bennett ran out of the field, they got Jimmy Giano, but if Stetson Bennett had to come out there, oh, that'd get real bad real fast. But not Brock. Brock comes in. BP has guided the Niners to 2, not 1, 2 NFC Championship games and a Super Bowl appearance since an unlikely moment on draft night over 2 years back. Hell, he has even been in the MVP conversation coming down the stretch of last season. I mean, it is what it is. You can't make this stuff up. Brock did it. People still question it. Nick Wright is still laughing about what's going on this year because of the last 2 years getting embarrassed. The party came to an abrupt halt this year's season, though, as we painfully do know. Niners have faced significant adversity with injuries and mental mistakes, leading to 9 losses and early elimination from playoff contention the first time in years. It seems, however, that Coach Kyle Shanahan, while bothered by this meltdown, is drawing a positive from this crap of 2024 and finding teachable moments. See, the nice thing about this team is they've got a lot of veterans, and even though Big Show wants to get rid of all of them, I suggest that probably most of them are going to come back, with the exception of maybe 2 or 3. I've thought about they may not be able to come back, but that'll pale in comparison to how many are out right now. Coach Shanahan believes this tough season will benefit Purdy in the long run, especially after his record-breaking 2023 season of last year. This is just a night and day difference, right? Coach reminded Purdy's resilience in last season's playoff wins, which required the team to come from behind in both games. A lot of people do forget that, and I'm glad Coach did remind people due to the fact that plenty of us have forgotten about that pivotal role that BB played in those victories. I'll never forget him. There he is. I still call him a rookie last year. That little rookie was standing there against Detroit, man. The Lions were coming with us, and I'm talking them fangs. I mean, they were swinging at us right and left. They had us buried. I thought we were dead meat. I really did. I'm not afraid to admit it. I mean, I was still faithful, but I thought, my God, they killed us. I'm looking at, I remember some scenes I saw Brock standing there like usual. People were cutting him at 100 miles an hour. We can't block any damn body. Brock standing there, he's firing away. He's not even paying attention to that mad rush. I said, this kid, he ain't scared. Look at him. Bam! Brings the Niners back. Of course, a miracle catch by one of his main weapons is not around this year. B.A. made a catch I've never seen before in my life, and I bet you haven't either. That ball bounces off. He's so focused. He's got everything under control. That ball bounces off that silly defender's head into his hands. Whoa! All of a sudden, we just got new life, and I'm just, rolling, pull that one out. Hey, I mean, it was necessary to do that, I was just saying, because Brock was pivotal in those victories. Shanahan went on to explain, I think this year just having a number of his guys down has been harder on him, but usually that stuff can make you better. I think he's fought through it all year. He's got 2 more weeks to fight through it. And hopefully we could still improve in these 2 weeks and then get to the film in the offseason. You know the saying about what won't kill you will make you better? I don't like this. I just don't. I see Brock getting mangled next week. Coach says, continue by saying, no, quote, Brock is a very strong person. I think he's disappointed. He had high expectations this year, just like we all did. I also don't think he hasn't ever been in a losing situation yet. So I think that's very hard for him. But to watch how he responds each week, to watch how he practices, to watch how he is in the meetings, he's always the same guy, and nothing's changed in that way. Phil, how are you feeling Shanahan in this in regards to Brock? Well, what are your thoughts on this matter? Because I'm not for it. I'm really not. The 123.76, rest in peace, the legendary Greg Gumbel. Oh, he passed away today. Oh, Greg Gumbel. Wow. Thanks. 123.76. Wow. Yeah, you watch football as a kid at this guy, man. Also, the guy at ESPN, that kind of crushed me as well. Stewart, what's Stewart's last name? Man, that dude used to keep. He brought an energy to sports broadcasting. That was just something that it was just refreshing. It was just God, Stuart Scott. Fam, we just did that. Yeah. Maddie, yes, get on there, Maddie.
Ronbo. What's up, buddy?
Hey, Maddie. How was your holiday?
It was good, man. I haven't seen my folks on Christmas since 2015, so it was nice.
Ooh, it must have been an awesome time. All right. Good.
Yeah, it was nice. Nice and quiet too, so it was kind of nice. Yeah, they moved back. They were from here, but they were living in Nevada for a while near Vegas, and so now they're in Southern Oregon. So they're closer.
Right. And I know you guys got stories about how they've been winning money in Vegas. You know what's a funny fact? I've known two families in Vegas, and they never went out and down on the Strip. Once in a while. But people who live in Vegas, they don't lose all their mind out on the Strip. So,
No. I'm not into gambling. I just it's hard to earn money, man. I don't want to just give it away. I just know that's all that's going to happen. Like, I might play $20 in a penny machine, but it'll last me like 15, 20 minutes probably. So anyways.
I stopped gambling.
Holidays?
Oh, it's awesome. I mean, that really was. I did a lot of eating. They overdid it with the eggnog. Drowned my sorrows in the eggnog. Because the 49ers, we really couldn't get depressed about the 49ers because we're not used to this. This is like all of a sudden driving into a brick wall. Here we are flowing along. We got all the personnel in the world. We've been to the Super Bowl. Let's go back and finish that job. And all of a sudden, bam! Niners, you will not, I repeat, you will not be in the big show this year. Guaranteed. Jesus Christ.
Not even a shot at it.
I mean, not even. And imagine watching Christmas Day games. How bad was that? I'm sitting there looking, because like Ravens and Steelers, ooh, this is going to be good. And then the other game, it was supposed to be good too.
I don't know why I'm drawing the blank.
I mean, I can't get no entertainment here. Oh, so
none. No entertainment, Ronbo. None.
Adds my depression, right? Because the 49er fans were looking for something to do. So, Anyway, Matty, you're feeling on Kyle's mindset right now. What are you thinking?
Detroit versus everybody.
I was expecting that.
Yeah.
You never know when that's going to happen.
Yeah. It used to be we could laugh about that. It's not funny anymore.
Oh, I know.
But go ahead.
Well, I was looking at their injuries. I was just, looking at Lions' injuries, and I'm like, man, I don't know any of these guys.
I know.
I'm like, I don't know what they're doing over there, but they're making crap at. I don't know. Obviously, they're not crap, but
they're making it work.
Taking a bunch of no-namers. Yeah, I know.
I mean, wow.
I don't get it. Is that coach that good?
Well, he is in a way, I think, because they're really. The 49ers should be saying with Kyle, run through a brick wall for him, but they're they've lost a lot of people, but mostly on defense.
Yeah.
And they've lost a couple of guys on offense. So they can still win shootouts. Their defense is doing a somewhat good job. Because Matty, you look at the Bills, they're not playing any defense. The Lions are not going to be able to play any defense.
No, they're not. I noticed that.
Yeah, it's interesting to see. Okay, we'll see. The Rams, I figured the Rams will win tomorrow. This makes it possible. The Rams were a joke to me, making it to the playoffs. But now I'm seeing they might be able to get through the first round, depending upon who they draw. They can't draw Minnesota. That's the
ticket right there.
Yeah, they can't draw. Detroit can beat them. Yeah. Who else? Anyway, let's get into Kyle first, so we'll talk about that later.
Yeah, as far as Kyle's mindset, I understand kind of where he's coming from. And at the same time, man, like I think we also have to understand that like he sees these guys on a daily basis and we don't.
Yeah.
You know? So there's something to be said. You know, I mean, obviously a lot of us know football, and, you know, we've got some opinions, but at the same time, it's like, I kind of understand where Kyle's coming from. You know, he you don't want to be on record bad mouthing your quarterback if you want him to do any good for you.
Yeah, because we've seen how that works with other teams too.
Yeah,
Russell Wilson, but Russell maybe had that
dude.
coming, but I don't know if he had it coming to that big. Sean Payton is kind of he's kind of frightening. But go ahead.
I hear Russell Wilson's a weirdo, man. I hear he's just a weird dude.
I know.
Like from his teammates, I hear he's kind of an oddball dude.
Yeah,
like,
I mean,
which is fine. We're all a little different, but like I just
yeah, but don't make yourself a self-appointed diva, though. I mean, here's Russell Wilson. Everybody else stays in a team hotel. Russ spends his time with an entourage in another hotel. What? WTF, man?
That's crazy to me. How are you supposed to build camaraderie with the people you're going to be throwing the ball to, or the people you want to protect you?
Mm-hmm. Just like you said, you've heard about him.
I think it's
from other people and players as well.
Well, and I think Aaron Rodgers has the same issue.
And to the next level, exactly. You're right. God. So,
honestly, dude, I'm glad he never came. It took me a while to say it. It took me a few years after the draft where we didn't get Aaron Rodgers, but I'm thankful we didn't get Aaron Rodgers. I really am, dude.
I wonder if he would have been the same. If he would have been, would he be the same
I don't think
personality by now if he'd have been with the 49ers?
No.
Yeah.
Because he had to sit back behind Brett Favre for, 2 years?
Yeah, at least. And then Brett made it one of his comeback seasons, right? Yeah.
Yep. Before Brett went off to the Vikings and the Jets.
Oh, man.
Dude, I'll never forget the last time Brett Favre beat us. I think he was a Viking.
Mm-hmm.
And we were winning, and he threw a touchdown pass, dude, and it was like one of the little tippy toes in the back of the end zone.
Yep.
They had to replay it like 80 million times.
I know.
I'll never forget it, dude. I'm like, damn it.
And I kept trying to figure, if you were like me, you're saying, and his toe on the line? It's just futile, but, God.
Frustration. But yeah, dude, I don't know. What do you even do anymore, Ronbo? I mean, we all know where we're at this point, and I don't think we're in a rebuild like some people think we are. I think we're I think we're gonna get some people healthy. We're gonna bring some people in on the draft. We're gonna hopefully figure out which people we don't need.
Yeah, get proper rest for the first time in years, so they can come back fully healthy.
Yeah, literally
supercharged and ready to go. Oh yeah.
Because we've been deep into the playoffs for years now.
Oh,
so we haven't gotten that full rest in a while.
That's a lot of domination.
So
I mean, the king of the NFC has been the 49ers for years, so it's okay. All right.
100%.
We're gonna go ahead and go, man. I'll tell you what I'm gonna do. I'll see you Sunday. Yeah, let's talk about the scores on Sunday. All right.
Yeah. Sounds good, my friend.
All right, my man. Have a great night.
All right, buddy. You too, buddy. I'll see you Sunday.
I'm looking forward to it.
Hey, man, why'd they cut my phone off, Ronbo?
Who? I don't know.
Jack, it got disconnected. I was the second caller.
How do you know? Manny, I mean, Jack, I don't know what happened, but listen. Can you hold on a minute?
AI told me.
Yeah, I told you. Can you hold on just a minute? I don't think you get cut off again. I don't know what happened, but listen, hold on. Because Aaron's been standing by here. Double A, come on in, man.
What's up, Ronbo?
And I'm Double A. I'm a little concerned. Kyle Shanahan believes that these beatings that the 49ers took is going to be a benefit to one young Brock Purdy. I see it though. I understand what he's talking about. What do you think? Is it a positive?
Well, first of all, Ronbo, how was your Christmas?
Oh yeah, it was good. How about yours?
Yeah, it was nice though.
It wasn't as fun as last year because we were all
enjoying
pumped up last year for Christmas because we were like owning things as we usually do, right? And all of a sudden, this year comes and whoa! So it's something we got to get used to. We got humbled up this year for the first time in a long time. It's a weird feeling.
But yeah, I think Kyle said about Brock Purdy. I think it. Most of his starting offensive line will be out of this Monday night game. Except for Brendo and Pooney. So
that's it.
it is what it is, but I just hope Brock uses his legs,
a lot,
to scramble, run, yeah. So,
just
I know.
Brock, I know I'm gonna do an all game log like I've been doing for weeks. Brock, get out of there, Brock. Is he okay? Jesus. So he's got Brock. Don't trust that offensive line.
Yeah, and this all season they need to build a wall around Purdy because they need some O-line that can strong, powerful.
See, the thing is, no matter who they get, it takes a minute for offensive lines to gel. That offensive line is really worrisome. Okay, you know what? Trent comes back next year. They'll probably, Double A, they're going to re-sign Aaron Banks. You know they are, right? Because they don't even feel like retraining an offensive lineman. Anyway, go ahead.
Yeah, like look at Pony this season. He started as a rookie, so
best looking one.
Yeah. Yeah, but the Lions head coach said they bring everything they can on Monday night.
I know, right?
Which means they're going.
Jesus.
Which means they're going.
Dead Campbell's.
Which means they're probably pissed.
That's what I'm saying.
About last year.
Campbell's pissed about last year. There's no need to bring your.
I know.
Okay, can they change? They have to win though. From when you look at the math, they can't
right
lose
now,
a game.
Them and Minnesota are tied. They're both like
whichever one blinks first,
something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter. Green Bay, you know what?
Yeah. So
Double A, I'm picking Green Bay to win the NFC West. Okay, you know what we're going to see. Detroit's got too many injury problems, and Green Bay will exploit that. Minnesota, they might win it. I don't know. We'll see. Go ahead.
Yeah, the Packers looking good.
Really?
I mean, especially
Jordan
the
Love
defense.
And that running back, oh my God, he is now. He's making it easy for Jordan Love to do his thing, and Jordan Love hasn't done a pick in 4 weeks. And a matter of fact, he's dialing it up now like crazy. And that defense, the Packers, it's getting really good. So you ain't winning no Super Bowl without a defense. And all these jokes about if we had this and that better offense, bullshit. You got to have a defense to win a Super Bowl. That's all there is to it.
Defense. Yeah. I mean, we had some pieces on defense like Bosa, Warner, Demo, and others, but we need depth, and that's why.
Yeah, no, Yeah, the Super Bowl. That was actually the offense did lose that. I mean, you figure if Chris McCaffrey doesn't that fumble in the beginning of the game, it counted. There were several things. As usual, 49ers don't get beat by teams. We find a way to donate those games. Even this year, we lost 2 games maybe by getting beaten by a team. The other one, we did everything we could to make sure that other team wins. Everything that could possibly be done, the 49ers did it. So
we need a tax write-off, that's why.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah. So anyway, the 49ers will have learned. There's a bad taste in their mouth. If they come in well-rested and fully stocked next year, God help the teams we play in the first 5 or 6 weeks. So I ain't worried.
Yeah, and they also need this full off season to rest.
Yeah.
So because we've been in the playoffs for like 5 years.
Out of 6.
But look at the Chiefs. They've been in the playoffs like
same amount of time.
I don't know, 6 or 7 years.
Longer, yeah. But they've retooled over and over, and they keep rolling. This is why I say, we can't feel sorry for ourselves. You look at the Chiefs. Definitely, we got to go. I'm gonna see you Sunday night, and we'll go over the scores. Oh God, what we predict them to be? All right.
All right, Ronbo. Have a good night, fam.
Have a great night. Looking forward to hearing from you Sunday, Double A. All right, and there's Jack, who somehow got hung up. Jack.
Happy birthday to you.
I was going to sing for Brock, but I feel like doing a eulogy. Brock is coming out there Monday night against the Lions with an offensive line. He's only familiar with a couple of people.
And that's why you have to enjoy your birthday today, because it's going to be hell on earth come Monday night, especially with that old line. So enjoy your birthday. And by the way, Ronbo, we got an astronaut on the goddamn team. Maybe give him a look, or at least let him help Elon Musk. We got a goddamn astronaut sitting on the damn bench.
I guarantee you, I've said this. Actually, for the last couple of weeks, you know what? The offensive line is not going to hold more than a second and a half. Let Dobbs play, Kyle. It's not going to kill you. We're not going anywhere this year. It's over. Let him play.
It's done because of Kyle Shanahan. These kind of things, like he's not letting Dobbs play. He's putting Owlett in. I mean, you're the reason why Devondre Campbell did what he did. That was some sucker shit that he did. That was you. This doghouse type of situation. You get Greenlaw in. Hufanga was like behind the safety Jair Brown, I believe, and came back in after his injury. He didn't start right away, I believe.
He hasn't been able to play. He just came out. He went on the IR, came back, and got. He had. Yeah.
But you got twice. A guy. But you got a guy that was with you in the off season, working out training camp, giving it all. And I know he was a liability. I've been saying he's a liability, right? But you don't just like all of a sudden Greenlaw's back and work him in a little bit, make him feel good. Like, you know what I'm saying? He's been starting for you the whole time, and then put Greenlaw in the second, third, fourth play, or second, third, fourth series. And you got Greenlaw hurt as well, too. So, I mean, that was some sucker shit, but also Shanahan, that was some sucker shit on your part that made him do some sucker shit like that, is all I'm saying. So, Jack, these catches.
I can't join you with sympathize about Devondre. Devondre got on my last nerves week after week. I mean, you're right, though. He did get the raw end of a deal. But still, when he sat his ass down, I was feeling so good about that. But then he got pissed off. I said, "Oh man, come on, man, you got to get that mad."
Yeah, you got to get back in. But Shanahan on the flip side is getting on my last bad nerve too, because of this shit that he's doing like this. You know what I'm saying? You got an astronaut. He hasn't even saw one snap this season. I mean, you could have some gadget play for Dobbs or something. The dude got better wheels than any of your quarterbacks. I mean, Purdy's good at scrambling and doing his stuff, but I mean, show us some Dobbs, man.
Dobbs is the threat.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
10,
I mean,
15-yard
and yeah, you know what I'm saying? I mean, but you know, well, he didn't have BA. Now you guys see my favorite player, how great of a player he is. And that's why they gave him that contract, because those Superman catches and stuff like that you was talking about earlier, that's who BA is. BA is special. He is a number one wide receiver.
I know. And we need him, and we need him worse than I even knew. I knew we needed him. I didn't know to how degree. Now I realize they need BA real bad. So, I mean, you take out BA and CMC, that offense, it may have been a 10-cylinder. Now it's down to a 4. See, that will not do. Jack, did you get hung up again? Because I'm talking to you, so you know I didn't do it. Jack, you got to pay your bills, man. I mean, you could be in the UK, but they got to pay their bills too. All right, Jack, get it together. We'll hold over to something, Jack.
Hey, sorry about that, guys.
Okay.
Hey, sorry about that, guys. I'm gonna wrap it up real quick. I don't know what's going on with this international call thing, but I'm gonna wrap it up like this, dude. Shanahan is on the hot seat. If he gave me 2 or 3 first-round picks, shit, I'm ready to trade his ass. You know what I'm saying? But I'm going to finish like this. Come on, Saints. I was the first one. I think I told David, I said, listen, we got the 11th pick now. And if the Saints would have won, we would have had the 10th pick. But we're going to lose. And if they win next week, we could still have the 10th pick. So come on, guys. Like my draft crush is Mason.
What has to happen for us to get the 10th pick?
I believe
Dallas.
That the Saints have to win, and we have to lose, which we're most likely going to lose with the second, third string O-line and people that we got. So
we're losing Monday. Guaranteed.
We're losing this one, and we all got to cheer on the Saints, guys. Let them win the last 2 games, or somehow miraculously, Superdome or whatever, and give us the 10th pick. Because finishing it off, I got draft crushes, defensive tackle from Michigan, Mason Graham. We're probably not going to get the guy. James Pierce, the edge rusher from Tennessee, is a freak who I like. Kelvin Banks at the offensive tackle. Ashton Genty, I told you, this guy's Maurice Jones-Drew on steroids or some shit. As a running back, I mean, Kyle could do a lot of crazy shit with this guy. And as a runner, he's better than McCaffrey. But the guy I think that's going to fall into our laps that we should not pass on, Ronbo, as a safety like yourself, we played the position, and I've been telling you and everybody's mama about Jamal Adams when I took out everybody when they wanted the other safety, Malachi Starks. Malachi Starks from Georgia.
That was talk about the other safety. Who was? It was Trey's guy.
Malik Hooker. It was Malik Hooker.
Hooker lasted 10 minutes in the NFL.
And everybody vanished once I shut him down. And I told you who my guy was. But Malachi Starks, safety from Georgia, is like the next Ed Reed. I'm telling you, that guy is a ball hawk. And I've been waiting to do the Merton Hanks dance for so many goddamn years, Rob, but we ain't got. Give me a goddamn safety. Give me a goddamn safety. Anyways, man, I'm gonna go signing off and get rid of Jake Moody. I'm sick of Jake Moody. Just his goddamn face. Get rid of his ass.
I'm trying not to say his name. All right, I'll see you Sunday and bring your
score
baby. And why. All right, Jack. Night, man.
All right, have a good one.
I mean, you have a great day, should I say? Jack Stage is getting started. All right. Well, it's a big wait, so let me get this done, man. Well, it's a big show Ooh, it's a big show on. Show, get in here, man.
What's up, man? How are you, Ronbo?
Show, great. How was your Christmas?
It was great. Can't complain.
Yeah. There was no football.
I have life in me and breath in me, so that's the most important thing.
Yeah.
So.
Wait a minute. I just realized it was a Chiefs. Who played in game one? That was a Chiefs versus who?
Pittsburgh on Christmas, right?
No, Pittsburgh. It was Pittsburgh and that's right. You're right. It was a Chiefs and Steelers, and that's right. And it was that mess that I didn't expect. You know, I'm telling you right now. I knew this year was going to be the Texans' year, and look what happened. That's so sad. But anyway, I don't mean I don't have any problem. I don't know who am I to talk about the what's going on in Texas. Go ahead.
But you can talk about the Seattle Seahawks.
Hawks are still in it, but go ahead.
What are we talking about tonight?
Well, we're talking about Kyle believing that this beatdown for Brock Purdy might be beneficial because Brock, if he had any misconceptions about what the NFL is about, coming in the first 2 years and just kicking ass and getting to the Super Bowl. How many quarterbacks come in the league after 2 years and show up in the Super Bowl? Not many, right? So if his head got big or thought he was somebody else, he can come back down to earth and realize, oh, the party's not always filled with candles. So Kyle's looking at that and saying, this is good for Brock. Okay, so, he'll put his head on a different way and see what happens.
It's not only, it may be good for him, but it's even better for the front office because that Brock Purdy has no leverage going into next year regarding his contract because they don't have to pay him. He's still on his 4-year rookie deal. And this down year is a reality check to Brock saying, you don't S, then get off the pot. Or get off the pot, you know what I mean? Like, and if I'm the 49ers, I am taking this contract situation totally differently than what we did with Brandon Ayuk last year because I think the 49ers, they need to put their foot down this time and stick to a number and not cave to players' agents anymore because the contracts that we signed this past season, Brock Purdy, CMC, and Trent Williams, where we gave them all money and the return wasn't that great for us. That's why I think they need to take a cautious approach to this, and I think they're going to make him an offer of like a 2 to 4 year offer, and if he doesn't accept it, then they might pivot to a different direction because if there's one thing I will give Kyle Shanahan credit for, that's turning average quarterbacks into Pro Bowlers. That's one thing he's great at doing.
So give me some
should
options.
They not come to an agreement?
Give me some options. Who are you bringing in for quarterback?
Sam Darnold, number one, is obviously the number one option because he's been in the building for a year.
You think Sam Darnold?
And they haven't
leaving Minnesota?
I really think so because they really haven't said anything otherwise as far as being committed to him because they drafted J.J. McCarthy, who is on a rookie contract right now, and I don't think they're going to be paying a lot of money to Sam Darnold. When they can, Kevin O'Connell is a great coach. Like what he did to Kirk Cousins, and now, yeah, he'll be coming off an injury too, yes, but and they also have Daniel Jones in the building too. Don't forget.
Did I just hear him say JJ's hurt?
He was injured in training camp this year and was out for the season, I think. But anyway, he'll be coming back he'll be coming off an injury, but. Kevin O'Connell.
JJ, we're talking about
J.J. McCarthy, their quarterback that they drafted from Michigan in the first round.
I thought it was Jefferson. That's it. Justin Jefferson's hurt.
No. But yeah, they drafted a quarterback in the first round this past year that they invested money into and a high draft pick in, and I don't think they're really fully committed on Sam Darnold.
Yeah, but if Sam Darnold gets the NFCCG or the Super Bowl. Mr. McCarthy's going to take.
I don't know, man. I think it's going to be. I think it's going to be. I think it's going to be the. It's going to be the Eagles and Lions this year.
Yeah, I predict that too. But I mean, if
Yeah.
If the Vikings go too far, I don't know if Arnold's going to be made to sit down. But anyway, go ahead.
And I would really entertain the idea of bringing Sam Darnold back because number one, he's been in the building, the players are familiar with him, and I have a lot of respect for him, and he's knows the offense too, and he's got better traits than Brock Purdy does as far as athleticism, and he's 4 inches tall. He's 3 inches taller than Brock Purdy. Brock Purdy is 6'1", Sam Darnold 6'4". He's got a rocket of an arm who can throw it down the field accurately and doesn't have to jump over his linemen to see the field, and can play in wet weather. And not only that, we're seeing a lot of limitations with Brock Purdy, like we did with Jimmy Garoppolo going down the stretch. And I think the 49ers are realizing that too. And that's why I think they'll make him a 2 to 4 year offer, a 2-year offer or a 4-year offer with it out in 2 years. And I think they'll make that offer in February or March and get it out there early. And if they continue to dance through toward going into the draft and free agency, then I think they pivot to another option and let Brock go seek a contract elsewhere, to where he can get the top of the market money, because that's what his agents put out there, that he wants top of the market money. And right now we have a lot of holes to fill on our roster right now, Ronbo. There's no denying that. And you can't continue to build a Super Bowl contending roster if you're paying your quarterback $60 million or $65 million or $55 million. That's a lot of money, you know.
Well, the Chiefs did. As did.
Well, they have Michael Jordan at their quarterback.
Well, that's true. Also, the Eagles did. You got to draft well. Who else has got an expensive quarterback that's doing well?
And the Eagles did that. The Eagles did exactly that draft well, while we haven't done that, and that's come back to bite us in the ass right now. Why we have so many holes on our roster right now.
I mean, Jordan Love's getting paid. Also, you look over at Jared Goff's getting paid.
They drafted very well. The Lions drafted very well.
Yeah, here's the thing, Joe. A lot of teams have big paid quarterbacks and are doing just fine. It's not just
right.
The budget quarterback isn't winning anything. All of those teams are currently
in the playoffs right now with first-round quarterbacks. And
look at Stroud. I thought that was fools. I was shocked. Anyway, I
think we're looking at fool's gold right now in Brock Purdy, honestly, if you really think about it, because he had one good season with a stacked talent roster that was already fully developed into the Shanahan system for years, and Brock Purdy, it was actually a season, full season, not two. He came in with 8 games left to go in the regular season.
Went to the playoffs
and was injured in one of the NFC games, and he's been injured for the second time. The same throwing arm.
2 seasons versus one bad season.
You can't just go in and blindly pass around a check for $60 million like that. We got to be careful going into next season. We seriously do. All right, shout out to Ellis and shout out to Tony, and I think Tony Nagatani would agree with me on that, because it's alarming with the limitations that he has. Well, it truly is. Shout out to everyone. Y'all take care. Have a great night.
All right, Joe. Night, fam. I got to tell you guys something, though. With no offensive line, Tom Brady has limitations. I mean, I just think if you put all the variables together, you got to line all those ducks up before you start telling a quarterback he ain't worth a damn, right? If I see a quarterback that does a good job 2 years and he has a bad one, and I look at all the situations going on around him, somebody else has got to go negotiate, because I ain't saying nothing. Because maybe in my heart I feel like, okay, maybe we can try somebody else. But then I look at what that kid did, and I say, do we really have the right to say, well, you're no good? I don't think that's true either. So I don't know what to do. Hey, Jamal.
What's up, Ronbo? Hey, today it was a very special day that I celebrated my 45th.
You and Brock?
Yeah, man.
You guys have the same birthday?
Yeah.
Man,
December 27th.
Let me.
Yeah, man, that old Colt 45.
I know. Yep. Let me do this.
All right,
it's birthday time for a member of the Empire. I'm ready to sing. Happy Niners birthday to Jamal. Happy Niners birthday, dear Jamal. Happy Niners Jay, happy birthday, fam. And how you have your birthday near Christmas like this? You're one of them dudes I used to cry about as a kid because he got Christmas presents and he got birthday presents all in one time. Dude had to have a wheelbarrow to get all his gifts. You know? Jamal.
Yeah.
So how
Yes,
was
sir.
Christmas? How was Christmas?
Oh man, it was a blessing. It was a blessing. I give thanks every day to our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. I said thank you for your arrival, for coming, and the reason why you came was to destroy the works of the devil. And just today, I said thank you, Lord, for sustaining me another year. You've been good. You are the good shepherd. Yeah, I give thanks. Me and my brother, I thank God for my brother. He came and got me, took me to the movies. We went to go see Sonic 3. And it's pretty good. I've always loved Sonic the Hedgehog. And so it was a pretty good movie. And Jim Carrey, he does what he does. So
most underrated actor.
He does a good job.
Jim Carrey, boy, that dude kills me.
Yeah, he did a very good Dr. Robotnik. He best fitted that role. So he did an excellent job. Oh, and also the characters. One of the characters, Shadow the Hedgehog, was played by Keanu Reeves. I said, "Are you for real?" I said, "I did not even know that his voice and everything." Me and my brother was like, "Dang, I didn't even know that." But yeah, Keanu Reeves was in it too, playing the voice of Shadow the Hedgehog. So that was cool. Yeah. So like I said, man, giving thanks again. I said, "Thank you, Lord." But today was a good day, and I know we're going to get into like what are our concerns for the off season. I said, well, first of all, until we get an offensive line, we ain't going nowhere, Ronbo.
I mean, you can put any quarterback there you want to. He's going to get his brains beat out with Shanahan-style offense if he ain't got no protection.
Right.
So that's what I'm saying. Going after Brock is
it
not...
don't matter.
Go ahead.
Right. Now, like I said, any quarterback, Brock, he can do what he do. Brock, it don't matter what running back, it don't matter what wide receiver, it don't matter what tight end. And if you don't got them big boys up front, you ain't going nowhere. That's why Emmitt Smith is where he is, because he had a Hall of Fame offensive line from Larry Allen to there was a couple more on that line. That's why he got all those yards. You know what I mean? So that's the first concern. We get draft the O-line, and the only running back that I give credit to for having a mediocre offensive line, and he is the greatest running back I've ever seen, and I'm quite sure you'll agree. And that's number 20 in Detroit.
I know. I knew you were going to say that because I mean his reflexes. I mean,
oh my God,
dude! I mean, when he take a step forward, and as soon as the lunge went at him, he could actually pivot sideways.
Yeah.
And look, you look like you're watching somebody in slow motion. Pivot sideways, body and everything under control, down low, and that defender would go flying by, and he'd spin and off to the races, and still moving. Emmett better be glad the dude quit when he did. He would not be the all-time greatest.
That's what Ray Lewis said. He said, folks could. What he said when he retired, he was happy because he made so many people look foolish. I'm gonna tell you a play. I'm watching Detroit versus Green Bay, and this was when the great Reggie White and Leroy Butler on the squad on that defensive squad. It was a stretch play, so he's running close to the out of bounds. Man, he put the brakes on, and I'm telling you, he stopped, and Reggie, Leroy Butler, and somebody else just flew right past him. I said, you got to be kidding me. And even though it was only for 4 yards, That was the most amazing 4 yards I ain't never seen. I said, that is crazy, man.
Those are the most scariest defenders, some of the scariest defenders of all time. They're up there with Lawrence and everybody else. But so, that's what I'm saying. People, every time a quarterback looks bad with the 49ers, we never think about talking about why. We just say he sucks. Right. That's not. Look at the whole picture there. Who wouldn't suck?
Right.
So, but see, by the way, remember Zeke and Dak, their first years? Remember how good they looked? Again, the Dallas Cowboys are all in first-round offensive lineman picks. Zeke and Dak look like Pro Bowlers that go last for years. All of a sudden, they got normal offensive line. That's the way it works. That's the way it works. So you can get another quarterback if you want to, but you better bring a good offensive line. That's what I'm saying. So, or do something.
Yeah, exactly. Yep.
But, I don't want to talk about Monday's game. We'll talk about it Sunday. Okay, Jamel, we gonna get a whooping. Oh, it's gonna be a country. Oh,
and you know what, man? That's why I've been done with football with the NFL. I done went on to college, and I'm over. And man, big up to my Hoosiers. I did.
I've talked to a lot of people who've done that.
Yeah, big up to my Hoosiers for having a hell of a season. Nobody saw this coming. They said, what? Indiana? They said, yeah, man. And we ended the season on a, even though we lost to Notre Dame, it was a good game. Yeah. So we lost by 10 points, but good hell of a season. Nobody saw that coming. And they came away being 12th ranked.
And a lot of us going to be watching college ball from here on out because we're done, So, hey, Jamel, I'll see you Sunday, fam. All right, if you got time.
All right, I'll be back, brother. Yes, sir.
Happy birthday, Jamel. And happy holidays and all that good stuff. All right.
You too, man.
Thanks, fam.
Yep.
It's time for a Latino Heat. Latino Heat. Emilio.
Come back to me. Come back to me one person.
We can do that. All right. Eric, get in here. Get in here. My last team to root for. Can you imagine, fam?
What's going on? Whoa.
Eric, happy holidays. Eric, never in my wildest imagination would I have thought years ago that I'd be supporting your team, the Seahawks, who owned us. I'm not like a delusional Rams fan. We owned the Rams until they finally got over the hump that year and went to the Super Bowl. But we friggin' owned them. You did the same thing to us. I had to admit it. Every year we'd come in and I'd look at the calendar and say, oh my God, we got to play the Hawks on this one. Ah! And sure enough, my horrors were in line with what was going to happen, and it did happen. Until Russie finally went away. And now, we can play with you guys now, Eric. But Eric, I'm rooting for you this Sunday because I'm so sick and tired of the loud mouth. We don't do this very often, so we're gonna make well of it. We're gonna talk to you 49er fans because you guys are the big bad boys. So we'll let you know we beat you. They're like little children.
Yeah, I keep it quick. I keep it quick up with the chat tonight.
Well, they got a whole entourage of, the kid that comes to school and his parents are having a hard time and they can't really give him everything he needs. And the mean kids that do have everything they need are picking on him because, he has no way to defend himself. So this is what's bad about American schools, elementary school and junior high school, because at that point in time, and you don't have the capacity mentally to fight back. So you just kowtow and you feel bad. You get within your feelings, and your poor kid's being bullied. Well, that's the Rams. Whoa! We're having a good season for a change. Let's go bother the 49ers.
Yep.
You're such a joke.
I tell you. I'm so glad we won that night.
Yeah, it puts it in because if they lose tomorrow, which is a real possibility, you guys, that last game of the year is for the show. Eric,
Yeah.
if you guys win tomorrow, if the Rams lose tomorrow and you guys win next Sunday, I will actually become a Hawks fan for the rest of the playoffs. So there you go. We'll have something to call them.
I tell you, I was not. I mean, I'm glad we won yesterday, but I wasn't that impressed.
No, it was a hard-fought game. And 63, I mean, that's not good. I mean, the Bears are not, you're supposed to beat them up because they got a lot of problems.
Yeah.
Any given game, though, so.
Yeah, I mean, they did win. That's the good news.
Take 42, I mean, you beat them better than we did because we couldn't hold the Bears at only 3 points, so your defense is on point. If you do that to the Rams, you got a good chance to win, though, because their defense is okay, but it can't be scored on.
Yep. So how was everybody's Christmas?
Oh, mine was good. I insist on it being good.
Yeah.
Every year I make sure that Christmas and Thanksgiving and New Year's Day are something I take to make sure you're feeling good that day. You got to do it. So.
I mean, like the big holidays, you got to feel good.
It's wintertime. You got football. The NBA is not heated up yet. It's a little weird to me right now watching the NBA. They're not teams that are getting beat. It shouldn't be because it's a long season. NBA plays a lot of games, right? So they can afford to lose 3 and 4 games. People taking games off and stuff like that. It's But later on in the season, it'll be more fun to watch. So baseball coming back.
I tell you. Yeah. You like baseball? Who do you like, bud?
Dodgers. Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, my dad taught me about the Dodgers as a kid, the Jackie Robinson thing and all that stuff, and Branch Rickey, and the tradition for black ball players was just amazing. And so I've always been for the Dodgers ever since then. And ever since he taught me about that. And then and the Dodgers have always been that international team. I'm looking at this dude from Japan, 6'4" and nothing but power. And I said, Dodgers signed Shohei Ohtani. No shit. Oh, get ready for this World Series. And sure enough, it happened.
Yeah, I mean, it was just so funny last year when all that happened because Toronto fans, everybody was kind of looking at the, AL stuff because everybody was saying it's Toronto. And at the end of the day, it's not Toronto, it's LA.
I tell you something, and look at some of the deals that are going on. Eric, it's fun talking baseball because I got no football to talk about. But listen, the thing is, next year it's going to be interesting to see if between the Yankees and the Mets, what they've done to each other's teams. I'm watching that real close. The Yankees made a good deal there. They got rid of one of the best pure hitters I've ever seen, but still, we're going to find out. Hey.
Yeah.
Eric, tell you what, let me. I'll see you Sunday, and I know you're not playing next weekend. I'll be looking for you. All right, Eric. Good win yesterday or Sunday. Christmas Day.
What day we're playing, though?
Oh, that's right. It's TBD, isn't it? All right.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, no one knows.
You never know what's gonna happen. All right. All righty. Talk to you later.
All right, bud. Bye.
All right. Hey, Michael.
Hey, Ronbo, how's the night going, buddy? How was your Christmas?
I'm still living that Christmas. I'm still enjoying it,
I'm still doing the holidays and, play the game Monday before New Year's and, No.
Yeah.
But I guess, this Monday night game, I tell you this Monday night game might be brutal. I'd be afraid to put Purdy out there, boy, because the Lions could go after him just like a prey.
Man.
Purdy's a piece of meat out there ready for the Lions to eat. I could see it. He's like he's a bait. He's like a fishing bait. They're ready to attack him like piranhas.
I know. I threw him out there to water. He ain't going to be able to feel that much anyway. Our defense can't stop.
his wife might not recognize him after the game. He might be so brutal. And I'm just saying, that's why I agree. They should put Dobb in. Let Dobb play. Let Dobb play the rest of the year to see what you got. You've got to let what your backups know what you got in the future, because you already know what Purdy does. Let's see how the backups do. You got to see what the future is going to be with backups. You know.
Yeah. Man, I've got no problem with that.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I like it. And it's like what Eric was saying, what time they're playing Sunday, well, it depends on the Rams. If the Rams lose, say, for example, Sunday, that might be a primetime game. Might be a Sunday night game next Sunday.
The Rams,
the Rams might be
trash talking Rams. They better not lose. Rudy's all over X talking major crap. I mean, if the Rams lose against the Cardinals, I'm going to go nuts. I'll just make my day. Rams, you better not lose, Rams. You better not lose.
I went nuts yesterday, but Seattle couldn't even score a touchdown. I don't understand. Teams like Seattle couldn't score against the Bears, but we put a lot of points on the Bears. I don't get it. We score a lot against the Bears, and Seattle only scores 6 with the Bears. You know what I mean?
Yeah. These are the things that can't be explained. I have no idea what's going on with that.
Yeah.
I thought the same thing, though.
Yeah. That's what I said. And the weather, I don't know how was the weather good, or was it? I don't know.
It sucked.
It was
no, it was in Chicago. The rain would
was
not
it raining,
stop. And it must have been. And it's Chicago. It's December. It's cold as hell. So,
Yes, true. Like here in the East Coast, we have a little bit of snow, and this week is supposed to be in the 50s and 60s.
That's
so the weather, this winter, this climate
East Coast
is so different. If you look at it, it's weird. This weather's weird. And like I said, I'll be like after the season's done, I'm going to be watching my Celtics. We'll watch, you know what I mean? The Bruins. I'll be watching my basketball. I don't, college basketball. I mean, the playoffs. Like I said, I'll watch a little bit of it for the Eagles, but the Eagles won't have Hurts this Sunday. He's out. Let him sit out. He's out. I think he'll be out the last game too. It was the defense.
Mike, what's the record for the Eagles? Are they got 3 losses yet?
I think 3 or 4 losses.
Okay, you know what? The number 1 seed is going to be determined between Detroit and Minnesota. Yeah. Okay. Oh, see, that's why Detroit plans on beating our brains out Monday night. God.
This could be Ronbo. This could be a primetime game too next week. If Detroit loses to us and Minnesota wins, Minnesota next Sunday night. That could be primetime.
Oh God! I didn't know that.
That would be
Detroit versus Minnesota next week.
Ooh,
shit! Yeah, you want
it depends. If Detroit wins, and the Rams lose, it'll be Rams or Seahawks. But if the Rams win and Detroit lose, it'll be Detroit and Minnesota. That's what I look at it. So you'll know by
wait, Michael. If there's a possibility of the first round playoffs to be the Rams and Seahawks.
No, I said if.
The game is Rams Seahawks. You're right. You know what? Yes. So let the Rams fool around and get their ass kicked tomorrow. And it's quite possible. They're a good team, but they're not as good as they think. So they lose, and then next week you're right. It's playing for the division. And if they get their feelings hurt in that game.
Well, Robert, if the Rams and the Detroit do lose, you'll give Detroit the primetime game because they're the top. You're not going to give a little crap team prime time. You're going to put the best teams up there. Like that could be higher rated. Detroit and Minnesota, rated there.
No matter who's playing, get flexed. They'll get flexed.
Yeah. Nobody's going to watch Seattle and the Rams next week on prime time. They got other things to do.
I mean, networks ain't doing that. No, you're right. That would be the game of the year. Mini versus Detroit. And I got to Mike, who would you take in that game, though? Right now, look, I got to see Minnesota one more time.
Minnesota.
Yeah, I know,
Minnesota.
Right?
Minnesota's going to be on a rampage. And I tell you this, if Darnold keeps on going and they get to the Super Bowl, keep Darnold. Minnesota keep him.
Hey,
I don't know
Detroit has no secondary that's going to stop JJ and that dude that killed us last year.
No Montgomery either. They lost the other running back.
Right. And the defense is hurting, too.
Minnesota has 2 good running backs. Minnesota has the Jacob, and they have Akers. Akers not bad. Backup Akers. He can score.
I know. I've seen Minnesota.
Ex-Rams running back Akers.
Oh, you know how much he'd love to see the Rams in the first round?
Anytime I love it. And I hope Tony Wright's Falcons will beat the Commanders. I'm hoping. If they can beat Commanders, like I told Tony Wright, you got to smooth right in. You should get right in. Smooth
They're
right in.
still in it. You're right. They're still in it.
Mm-hmm. Yep. If Washington wins, Atlanta wins Sunday, Atlanta should have no problem getting in.
Tell you what we're gonna do. I'm gonna see you Sunday, Michael.
All right.
Score for how bad it's gonna be for us. I mean, is there any 49er fan that still believes we can beat Detroit?
I don't know.
I'm not gonna say we're losing though.
I'm not gonna say we're gonna win. We're not gonna say we're gonna lose. I think it's gonna be tight. It's gonna be tough. It's gonna be a war.
I gotta change it. I gotta get us a new choice. Yeah. All right, Michael. I'll see you Sunday.
Well, we'll be all right. All right, Ronbo. I'll see you Sunday, buddy. Have a good one.
You too. I gotta have a new option for when we're giving scores. I got a new one now. I'm putting a JW on this game, right? You have win or lose, the score, or JW. JW, you know what it is. Just watch it. Hey, Emilio! Get in there, man!
What's happening? What's happening?
What's happening? We just sit back here watching basketball and college ball and everything but football, NFL.
Christmas games were horrible.
Wasn't that terrible?
Christmas games were horrible.
Horrible.
The war game was way better than that. I said, damn. I said, that was just some horrible football on both ends.
Tennis matches were better.
Both games are just one-sided. Thought the Texans game would put a fight on at 2 points. Seriously?
I mean, they beat Texas up so easily and badly. Oh, man. And Kansas City and the Steelers. I thought the Steelers were really more serious this year. The Steelers ain't going nowhere. So,
Russell going back to his old ways when his Seattle career was over. I said, he's starting to look like the same. I said, here he goes. On the party again.
Who's in the Super Bowl? Who you got in the Super Bowl? From what you've seen so far?
Not me. I got a few possibilities. It could be the Eagles, the Lions, or on the AFC side, it could be the Bills and possibly the Chiefs. So it's just one of those. I don't see how you keep saying them. I don't see why everybody keep thinking of Vikings. Donald is a halfway part of goats. He's gonna fall apart, man.
By circumstances. Okay, Detroit's hurt. Maybe got the wrong people hurt. Who's gonna stop him?
If anything, there's two teams. It's actually three teams that can stop it.
The Eagles could,
the Packers. It could be the Eagles.
You're right.
And
I forgot about the Packers. The Packers are a while. The Packers are yes. I just picked them myself. Boy, that division is tough.
Yeah,
Many.
Oh yeah, it's like it was when we a couple years back when we had had three teams. Yeah.
So there you go. So it's gonna be hard to pick. AFC, ain't no doubt about it. It's the Chiefs. They're going for the 3, and they're going to get it.
I said it. The only team that can stop them is the Bills. That's the only team I'm really seeing stopping them on that.
They won't.
I don't see nobody else really stopping them on the AFC.
They're not
just
don't. Stop them.
The only other team is the Ravens, but I don't know. Every time Lamar gets in the playoffs too, for some reason he can't play like MVP no more.
Right? He's like us. As soon as he sees Patrick.
No, stop that.
No, listen to me.
Stop
you don't understand what I'm saying. You don't understand what I'm saying. I'm saying as soon as he sees that red jersey, he folds. He looked like poo-poo last year. All of a sudden, he looked like poo-poo. How come? That's that red over there.
We could get to the championship of the Super Bowl, or we either But I don't know what it is with him.
Anyway, we're gonna see. But you know what? Hey, Brock Purdy, Kyle says that this beating is he's gonna learn from this beating and get up and be a better ball player.
The more and more he talks, the more and more he sounds like a moronic idiot. Since this all off season, he's been sounding like, we don't need an offensive line. We don't need this. I'm like, dude, yeah, you're starting to say shit that you don't need to be a coach no more. Not for this team. I'm sorry to say. This is getting bad with Shanahan. He's still stuck on this Cowboy crew, and I don't think he's actually going to change. For him to get better, he needs an OC. I don't care what he feels about it. He needs an OC. He cannot run that offense by himself. He just can't.
Kubiak left. That's the
He
problem.
needs help.
Kubiak and Mike McDaniel, I don't think he trusts anybody else.
It doesn't matter. It's not the trust. He needs to himself realize I cannot do this by myself. That's when he needs to realize. And I don't think he ever will until he gets fired by this team. He just won't. I really start believing Jed York he needs to listen to old Bill Walsh model. Get rid of him before a year too late. He's going to regret not firing him, and then he's going to have to really destroy this team. I just say if we did get rid of him this offseason, this team is still set ready to win. You get a couple pieces, fix that offensive line, and we can still work with this team and win it. And actually, it'd be easiest road to the Super Bowl because we're going to be fourth in the division, and we're going to have a lot easier games. So whoever coach comes in there,
I'm looking forward to that.
It would be easy for them to get to the playoffs.
Emilio, give me a name. When y'all who are getting rid of Shanahan,
you know what?
just get rid.
I would actually go. You know, I'm sorry to say, I'd actually say Pete Carroll. I could actually say Pete Carroll. Maybe not the top choice, but yeah, actually Pete Carroll would help.
Okay,
he would work with these guys.
Pete Carroll is not an offensive-minded coach. You got to get an OC now. Now, since you're going to go that route, who's your OC?
And this is what I'm talking about. We need an OC, but he'll get you a better defensive coordinator. He'll make sure that special teams is good. You've seen his trickery on special teams when we played him. So there's 2 for 2 right there. He'll fix that.
You're still not running my offense. I need an offensive coach that knows how to get there.
I get that, but I'm just saying he'll fix 2 of the 3 problems that we have right now that Shanahan won't fix. He fixes the defense, and it falls apart. He can't. He will not fix the special teams for the life of me. Why? I don't know. He just doesn't believe in the special teams. That's just him. That's his philosophy. I don't care. As long as these guys can kick field goals and stop the return, I'm good. But yet, every time he's been there, our special teams have been looking like straight garbage. So he needs to fix some of this stuff in this offseason. He really does.
I mean,
I don't think he will, but
they get great athletes every year. They get hurt. I don't understand it. So
no, we get great athletes, but he runs them down. Every player we've had, he runs them down, or he doesn't use them. Like Kittle, he won't use Kittle. He'll use him to block, but he won't use him. He only used Kittle when we're out of literally complete no options, have nobody to throw to. That's the only time I've seen him give Kittle games.
Yeah.
Or when we're up ahead and he'll throw him the ball.
Listen, before you go, Big Show has come to your rescue, though, for names. Since, as I say, the get rid of Kyle people don't give me any names. Emilio says, I'll help him out. Wes Phillips, Ben Johnson, Joe Brady, all OCs. You know what? Because I still need somebody to run that offense. I'm used to it now. Shanahan, no matter what anybody says about that fool can put together an offense. But this year had
he can't. But he needs help, man. He just needs help. He needs to realize he needs help. Like I said, he really does need help on that offensive side. He just needs to start realizing I can do it. Every coach we've had, every championship team we've had has had an OC.
Yeah,
so he needs to come to realize.
I think he has one. We need that. Worth a damn. We got to stop though.
And then just before one last thing, and
real quick.
Besides me saying OC, got to look at every other team that's won the Super Bowl. KC, Brady, the Eagles, they've all won Super Bowls. Even the Rams, they got OCs. Needs to realize he needs help. You know, right. Other than that, I don't think we'll ever win the Super Bowl if he doesn't figure some of that shit out. Right. I'm just sorry to say it's getting to that point with him.
All right. Alrighty, I'm going to see you Sunday. Bring that score. And it's a funny thing, I'm bringing scores. Ain't nobody bringing no score. I mean, I see you Sunday just so we can hang out.
Damn, at this point, I believe that if we play horrible, it's going to be a shutout. We're going to get blown out. I don't see a score not even 1 point. I'm sorry to say.
Ooh. I'll see you Sunday, bro. Happy holidays too.
You have a good night, and everybody out there have a good night. All right.
All right, Emilio. Honestly, I do see Detroit scoring 45 to 50 points. So, they're gonna be on the field all day, and then they go, "Oh my God!" But I mean, Campbell's talking like he's still pissed off about last year. They're gonna try to run it down our throats. They're gonna try to kill us. They're gonna stack them. I bet they pile on the score if they can get it going. Hey, yo, Anthony.
What it do, Ronbo?
Oh, Anthony, what it did. We just said, ooh. I wish we could play a team like New Orleans or something like that. The last 2 weeks, the Panthers maybe. Well, the Panthers beat your ass too now. But the thing is, why would we have to play Detroit? Why Detroit? Oh my God! Boy, Detroit, they're chomping at the bit, licking their chops. I can't wait to get to. Oh my God! Hey, you know what? Though?
They pissed off and angry because they kicked them out the playoffs last year.
Well, they should have played
Ronbo.
better. You know, I'm not. You know,
Ronbo.
I'm talking about Brock Purdy tonight anyway. Go ahead.
Like my granddad used to say to us when he used to get mad at us, they're going to tear Brock Purdy ass off.
And the defense is going to get ran over. So they got 2 ways they're going to kill us. They're going to tear Brock up. He's got no offensive line protection. They're going to look back, pin their ears back, and just tear him apart. And then they're going to sit him down every couple of minutes. The defense is going to be out there all day, right? So pretty soon,
I kind of understand
oh my God,
Brock. I kind of understand what Kyle was saying when he said Brock gonna learn from this game.
I don't. That's what I was getting ready to ask you next. Now, how's Brock supposed to learn from this?
I think what Kyle was saying, Brock gonna learn to use his legs instead of holding the ball like that.
He used to. Brock looks like he got tired of running the last couple of weeks. Because usually he'd get out of that pocket because he could see immediately that front line offense was crumbling. Get out of there now. Don't wait. Oh, it's too late.
Ronbo, what y'all talking about? DeAndre Campbell got the bad end of the stick. Ronbo, he knew, and you knew when Greenlaw come back that he was going to take the back seat of the bus.
I did not. I mean, Jack believes that Devondre got the bad end of the stick. Devondre ought to play better then.
No, he did not, Ronbo.
God.
Ronbo, that'd be just like, Ronbo, you used to play football, right?
Yeah. I mean, if I played bad, I even knew why I got beat out.
You go in, right?
Yeah.
And when they do it all right, whatever, you come back out.
Yep. You know, pretty soon you wonder if the coach knows you're on down there. Stand closer down the line so he can see you.
Yeah, Cameron knew that, Ronbo.
I know, so I just want to understand what he got mad about. Devondre, you're here only because we have a man that's out that we would prefer. But if you do a good job, you know, maybe give it a contract, you'll have a backup role. And I mean, he either rocked or yelled at him, know your role and shut your mouth. Nobody told Devondre that. Getting mad, walking off with an attitude, go embarrass the entire coaching staff. That's why you should have known what was coming next.
That boy we got from the Falcons, the center, Hennessy.
Oh yeah, is that where he's from? I saw that.
He's pretty good center, Ronbo.
Is he? Okay,
he's pretty good center, Ronbo.
I like that because he can take Jake's job right now, as far as I'm concerned. Because Jake Brittle's too light pants or something. Because he ain't got no power.
Yeah, and for Colt McKivitz go, he trash anyway.
I mean, I was laughing. Colt McKivitz missed practice today. So, I mean.
So, Hennessy, he's agile, Ronbo. He's good in pass protection.
Yes. Hey.
So.
The 49ers didn't bring him in by accident then. They're going to take a good look at him.
No.
Didn't he get a 2-year? He got a 2-year deal, didn't he?
They're right. 2 years. Usually they bring people in like they give them 1 year, they give them 2 years. Yeah, I'll tell you something, Ronbo.
Yeah.
They didn't bring him in by accident.
Yeah. And Chris Forrest keeps saying, no, I like Jake Brittle. He does a good job for us. Chris, what did you say? You know, because when he said that, I said, no, he didn't.
Ronbo.
Wow.
Ronbo, I don't know what he be looking at.
Jake gets lit up all day long. And that's the most vulnerable spot for the quarterback right there. If that nose tackle is, oh, man.
Pressure coming up through the middle all the time. Poor little Brock.
Bam! And first thing people do, he sucks. Get rid of Brock Purdy. What the are you looking at? How is Brock Purdy supposed to deal with that? He can't play quarterback and offensive line at the same time. Hey, but I'm hearing that the 49ers offensive line is ranked in the top 10. Is it? What are they? Number 5 in pass protection. Hey, you know what? I gotta go see. Woo! Really? Because the brother 49er fan wanted to let me know that it wasn't the offensive line, it was Brock Purdy. Now, anytime you want to talk about your quarterback, you take away any of the variables surrounding anything that's going wrong. That his wide receivers are gone. He ain't saying, nobody's gonna say anything about that. That the offensive line is suspect. Nobody cares about that. You know, this is the things. The running backs are missing. Nobody cares about that. It's the quarterback. He's supposed to kick that team no matter what. Although, Anthony, you look at Joe Burrow.
Let me ask you something.
And it does bring a little bit of fire to that subject, or that argument.
When Emmitt Smith played on the Cowboys, when he was playing behind the All-Pro line, he looked like he like the list what's called.
Straight.
But when the offensive line, when the All-Pro line died, Emmitt Smith looked like what? Trash.
You can't operate without the hogs. You can't play without a good offensive line.
You need a
running
line,
back
Ronbo.
or quarterback. You need somebody to help you out against them 300-pound dudes.
Ronbo. Before Harbaugh got to the Chargers, what did Herbert look like?
Meat.
Now look at him now, Ronbo.
That boy starved now, oh, Harbaugh believes in offensive line.
Without that line, Ronbo. Ronbo. I was a running back, Ronbo.
Oh, yeah, so
I can remember taking 2 steps up to the hole. Wah.
Bam!
Coach, wait a minute now.
That was me coming in there too, boy, because as soon as I see you take off the ball, I'm charging. If you get around that corner, I'm waiting for you, Anthony. I'm waiting.
Yeah, so I know it'll feel like they have a bad offensive line, Ronbo. So when they be talking that crap, I be like, man, y'all crazy.
I'm telling you. That's why I'm going to stick up for him.
You should be on that field with a bad line.
And see how bad and scary that is. Hey, yo, Anthony, we got to go, though, fam. Let me see. I'm going to be back Sunday.
No sense, Rambo.
No. Brock ain't going.
All right, Rambo.
All right, fam. Have a great night.
No, Brock ain't going nowhere. All right, send me, Rambo.
All right, fam. It's Anthony. Yeah. Hey, Steven. Steven, Scarlet and Rose.
What's going on, Ronbo?
Steven, are you in the car? Because every time I call Steven, now he's in transit. Steven, you're becoming that kind of dad that takes care of all the chores and everything. You're doing a good job. And still manages to get in here. I love it. Hey, you got a holiday now, though. You can't be running around. So, yeah.
I still run around, Ronbo.
Yeah.
Advanced Auto Parts is closing, and I needed new brake pads, new rotors, and a bunch of shit I didn't need to buy for the car.
I know. Isn't it worrisome? And you get that feeling as soon as you drive into the shop and the guy comes out, he's wiping his hands off and everything. Yeah, what do you got going? Yeah, I think can you run a quick diagnostic? I think I got a couple of things wrong. 20, 30 minutes later. Yeah, you're right. Listen, you got time, you got to leave your car here. Why? Well, it's got several things that need to be done. It's going to take me a little while to get the parts, and also I got to do this, that, and this and that. I can give you a loaner, so charge. Well, yeah, why are you saying this?
Well, check this out.
Give me an estimation. Probably better give it to you tomorrow.
Well, check this out, Ronbo. Advanced Auto Parts and CarQuest is going out of business. Everything in Advanced Auto Parts and CarQuest is 90% off. I don't know if you have an Advanced Auto Parts or CarQuest where you live at.
Nobody
knows that. But I just paid for front brakes, rotors, brake fluids.
Oh, that's why you're going
engine air filter, cabin air filter, spark plugs for like about roughly $100.
Ooh, that's a bargain all day.
Yeah.
I wonder what you say. Hey, they're going out of business, so they're getting rid of all their inventory.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
They're getting rid of all their inventory, so they're getting rid of everything, Ronbo.
There you go.
For a brake pad, brake pads, $13. Motors, $13 a piece. Originally $89. So I'm just saying, if you guys need brakes or whatever, head over to your Advanced Auto Parts store. I can't guarantee it'll still be there, but it's cheap.
That's only going to last 24 to 48 hours because, like you're saying, you know about it. 100 other guys, 1,000 other guys are on their way there now. Oh man.
Yep.
But Steven, as Casey, we're not here to talk about cars. We're talking about the 49ers. Steven, I know you got some, because I know you got opinions about everything. Brock Purdy, Kyle Shanahan says this beat down year is going to benefit him. In what way are you feeling, Kyle, on this? Or what are you thinking?
The only way I see it benefiting us is if we get an easy schedule next year, which doesn't benefit us late in the season if we go in the postseason. Because if we're beating the shit out of shitty teams, then what are we going to look like when we play a good team? We suck playing a good team, then I guarantee you those shitty teams are not going to matter once the postseason happens. But, I mean, the only benefit I see, too, is the fact that we get a draft pick. But, again, you know, our offensive line is our biggest issue. It's our first, second, third, and last issue. It is the main issue we have, the white elephant in the room. The problem is that Kyle will not address it for some stupid reason. I feel like Colt McKivitz and Jake Brendel got some dirt on him, like a Diddy witness or whatever, and that's why he doesn't want to address it. But it's crazy to me. I don't know if you heard or if you follow NBA religiously, but the Sacramento Kings just fired Mike Brown after 2 seasons, and he took him.
Yeah, no, we just got told about that early in the show, and
yes.
Oh, what's his name? Anyway, he also said
Mike Brown.
You know, I'm talking about the one of our members that mentioned that aren't the Kings aren't they in contending?
They are contending. The problem is the past couple of games they've been giving up fourth quarter leads. They'll have like 15, 20 points against the team, and then all of a sudden lose last minute. Just like the Niners. Damn, does that sound familiar? Doesn't that feel familiar?
Well, that's why.
But here's the problem.
Yeah.
Here's the issue, Ronbo, is the Kings looked at the coach as the problem. The Kings it wasn't the coach's fault. It's about how they handle that first quarter going in. They play solid 3, and then all of a sudden number 4 comes, and they're just like, we forget our name. It's not really a coach. It's the players getting tired or fatigued and not really, having that chemistry. They think they're coasting. Yeah, you want to fire the coach? Okay. Well, hey, Yorks, take a page out of the Kings. I watch the Sharks religiously, too. I watch some of the Sharks. And what's the problem? They let their foot off the gas in the third quarter, the third period. There's only 3 periods in hockey, and each of them are 15 minutes long. So, if they're getting ready to fire the coach for the Sharks, then what are the Niners going to do? Because apparently that's what this issue was about all season.
Yeah.
Oh, we keep losing in the fourth quarter. Well, that's a fucking problem. Why aren't you addressing it?
Yeah.
Why isn't anything changing? And I agree with him. I wouldn't mind seeing Pete Carroll as a head coach for the Niners. And then an offensive coordinator would be nice. But here's the problem. Let's say if Mike McDaniels gets cut, he's not going to want to come back as an offensive coordinator. He's going to want to be a head coach somewhere else. Let's say, for instance, if we pick up an offensive coordinator, who are we going to get? I can't think of any. But I can tell you who would be a great defensive coordinator is, if we could get a chance, I would love to pick up Ken Norton Jr. because he did a number with the Seahawks when he was coaching them.
Well,
I'm just saying.
Where's Ken Norton Jr., by the way, right now?
He's with the Washington Commanders, coaching the linebackers.
Oh, really?
Uh-huh.
I don't know why he chose to go
coaching the linebackers of the Washington Commanders. So, and he stayed as a linebacker coach. I don't think he's never really gave a thought about becoming a defensive coordinator, but I wouldn't mind because he's played the game, he's played the defense, he knows what it's about, and if he's playing the wide 9, which he played against a lot during his time in Seattle, why not? Give it a shot. Same thing with Carroll. Carroll played against the wide 9. He knows he's familiar with the wide 9 defense.
I know.
There are coaches out there that can do the job better. That's all I'm saying. And as for this talk about Purdy, like I said, I don't think he's going to ask for a big contract. It's mainly going to be his agent because, when you're an agent for an athlete, you like money more than you like women. And if you catch my drift, you know what I'm talking about.
Especially if or clothes like Debo. You know what, though? You're right. It's going to be the agent. Brock Purdy probably feels so bad about what happened this season. Brock probably says, no, Actually, I'll be fine. I don't need any contract. Just if I can stay, it's fine. Brock is like that. That's why I like him. Don't bring me no diva in here that plays like crap and is talking trash and wanting money, Aaron Rodgers. See, because the thing is, I'm thinking I've seen what he looks like when he's got his weapons. And last year, by the way, the offensive line wasn't all that great, and he got it done. This is why the condemnation of Brock Purdy, I think, is a little bit stretched. I mean, a little bit of a stretch. So
it's stretched a lot. And the issue is too is that he doesn't have his main target, which is Brandon Ayuk.
That's what I'm talking about. You need to have certain elements in that offense to be effective. You can't have them missing and then have no offensive line. Any team that had BA and CMC on the same team and George Kittle, these guys work in sync. It's a machine. Now, start taking parts out. You're going to talk about car parts. You lose a couple car parts. How's that car going to run? See, that's what I'm saying. Some people
but that's the problem. We rely on those one single entities. You know what I mean? If one person's missing, the whole team feels it. We need a replacement, a replenishment. Like look at the Lions. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
We got to stop. We're way over production wants to
stop. Man.
But listen. But keep that point because you always got good points. But we always run out of time. Let me see it Sunday, and I want to get back in it because people talk about Brock. I'm like, what are you talking about? So anyway, I'll see you Sunday.
Brock ain't the issue. It's the offensive line, point blank. Yeah. You have a good night, Ronbo.
You too.
Oh, and did I hear it was your birthday? I'm sorry. I heard it was your birthday earlier. Is that true?
No, it's Jamel.
Oh, shit. Okay.
Jamel and Brock Purdy. I love to have, but I'm in July. All right, fam. See you.
Have a good night, Ronbo.
Yeah, Sunday for you. Okay. Night, fam. Hey, Tommy.
What do the Lambs fans have to do on Friday night but troll out here?
I know.
They need to get jobs and maybe girlfriends. How are they here every Friday night? There's nothing to do.
Tommy, it's more than just Friday night. It's every night we get together. Tommy, they want us to acknowledge them. That's what makes me laugh so hard. They want us to say, "Woo, woo, the Rams look really good this year." Oh, see, this is the problem. They really want us to say how good they are. And Tommy, like you, I am not about to start lying to them so they can get their brains beat out in the first leg of the playoffs and then have to say, see, that's why I didn't say you guys are good. You're okay? Get over yourselves.
We got Tribe in the chat hiding behind a fake marketing pro.
Because I know Tribe. Tribe knows better to say the things he used to say, though. Because I will bounce his ass. Marketing pro, are you got used? Tribe got him?
That's not Marketing Pro. That's Tribe. I know. Yeah.
I'll he'll say the wrong thing finally, and I'll have because I don't want to get rid of the real Marketing Pro.
Lambs are dangerous. You didn't cook nothing, bro. I ain't crying. You want to see me cry? I already gave you my address.
I mean,
I gave these guys my address because I know they're all talk. A bunch of keyboard warriors.
I mean, the thing is,
but anyway,
we had to get beat, hurt, and laying in the dirt, mud, and then they could finally beat us. I mean, and they got all their people back too, and they still just did get away. So I don't know how in the world you brag about something like that, or even pump your chest. I'd be embarrassed.
Dude, it took them 10 years. 10 years to sweep us. Like it's not 10 years, but I mean, it was 2017, almost 10 years.
Yeah. Rest of the time, they got beat on a regular basis. Now, all of a sudden...
I mean, I got to tip my hat to the Lambs because they draft really well.
Yeah.
So that's what keep them from being in poverty. But, they still don't really value linebackers or... But
they do have a couple of defensive linemen.
Their linebackers are straight dogs.
Yeah.
They're dog shit. I mean, terrible.
It's.
But anyway,
I mean, when you've been beat up by the 49ers like the Rams have, you tend to act this way. It's okay.
But if they don't have a playoff win, I mean, anybody in the NFC West, I mean, that's a major, just a waste of opportunity with the Niners. This is the worst I've seen the Niners team in
a long
since
time.
2017 or 2018. We're just terrible.
Mm.
And I want to say that actually Robert Saleh did better with a less talented defense than what Wonder Bread Sorensen is doing right now.
Hey, you're right. We didn't have any talent that year. And that's why I was complaining when everybody got over us. Can he get some people to work with first? I knew that's what it was. That guy's not stupid. So
I don't know what they're going to bring this guy back. I mean,
I don't know.
Bosa's saying Bosa's like talks out of his ass anyway.
He likes him,
but
they all like him though.
I don't know why.
That's
what
the
is he
thing.
doing right? He puts the defense in the worst position, man coverage on third down. Saying, "Oh, we love Campbell." The Campbell's been washed since last year in Green Bay.
I know.
So,
Wait, who said they love Campbell? You know what?
Sorensen did. Well, he said we love him. He's a vet.
They're always going to do that, though, Tommy. When's the last time you heard anybody say something bad about a player on the team, and then they cut him that season or get rid of him?
Yeah,
they never do.
That's the problem with this team is the player personnel. I mean, Winters, he's a promising linebacker.
Yes.
He takes bad angles, but that could do. Yeah,
He'll learn. Someone's got to teach him.
He'll be better next year for sure.
Because he's really explosive. So, because Fred, as good as he is, he's only got about 3 more solid years, I would suspect. And Dre Greenlaw, if we get 2 more years out of him at full capacity, I'll be happy. But they're going to run out. So we need D Winters to keep progressing.
Yeah.
But Tommy, Brock Purdy, Kyle thinks this is good for him to go through this humiliation. And being the indignant person he is, he'll come back pretty strong next year. Can you fall behind that? What do you think?
I don't know. I guess this is truly his sophomore slump.
Well, actually,
I don't know what he's doing. Trying to play hero ball.
Yeah, Brock's he's always going for that. There's going to be a check down. He hates a check down. He really does.
Mm-hmm.
That hurts him. There's got to be times when you got to give it up, Brock. Just get rid of the ball. It's over. They're covered. Here comes the offensive line. Here comes the defensive line and offensive line at 100 miles an hour. Get rid of the ball.
But it's also Kyle not calling like easy plays. That game plan versus the Bears is like the best I've ever seen. But yet they wanted to, feature Debo, who's just not the same.
Debo's okay when you got BA on the field and you got JJ not being double teamed. When that happens now, Debo can get a good look, usually a clean look. But if he's being covered, he's not going to get separation.
Yeah, and everyone's saying, tear the Band-Aid off and get rid of Debo. I'm saying probably keep him another year and then cut him the next year.
No, he's coming back next year anyway because the cap hit would be – getting rid of him would hurt worse than keeping him.
Yeah, it's stupid. Everyone's like, just tear the Band-Aid off. It's like, we don't do that.
Now it's not worth it though, Tommy. I'm going to get rid of him. I got no money. I still got to pay this amount. So he might as well stay here and see if I can get anything out of him. Debo played well
maybe
last
he'll have
week,
a better
though.
season.
Did you notice that? He can play, because I was thinking Debo's done. But he played his ass off last week. We lost, but still Debo looked good. He looked like Debo.
Yeah. That's why I want to give him one more shot.
Yeah, same here. I don't hate him. It just pisses me off it doesn't come through when we really need for him to.
I think everybody agrees with me that all the Niners should stop podcasting. Let's not be like number 11 on the Cowgirls. He's not, that's the only thing he's elite at is podcasting. I'm sorry.
Tommy,
I don't really dislike the guy. Everyone says he's got character issues. I like his personality, honestly.
I do too. His playing and when he lets us down when I depend on him is what he hurts me with. Everything else, I don't have a problem. Even his fashion sense, it's questionable, but it's Tommy, I gotta go. We gotta go. I'll see you Sunday, okay?
Yeah, I'm expecting 70-3 Lions.
Lions. I know. Oh my God. Oh, we're gonna get killed.
And Lambs fans, keep in that chat because you ain't got no other life. It's all right. Get a girlfriend, get a job, get out of your mom's basement, and that's all I got for you today. Here, end of the lesson.
All right, man. I'll see you Sunday.
All right, man.
Night,
have a
Tony.
good one. Oh, and Anna says cheerio because that's what all the dumb Americans think British
I know.
say.
Isn't it terrible? I love it. Cheerio. Hip, hip. Night, Tommy.
All right, later. Have a good evening.
You too. I wanted to ask him about her. I was thinking, I was hoping they were still together because I didn't want to ask, and they're not. So there you go. Hey, Johnny Wilson. Next season will be our year. We've been through the worst contract negotiations in history with Ayuk, Ward, Williams, lost children, Pearsall getting shot. I mean, this is what it takes for the Rams to beat us. All that. You look at all that, and then Rams come in, hey, we're better than you guys are. Oh, my God. And getting shot over a watch, 49ers stomping team next season. No, hey, really, get a normal rest and come back healthy. Let's play then, Rams. Yeah. Hey, yo, Bethel.
I could tell you the difference between the Lions and the Niners. One thing.
Ooh.
The Lions, only the most injury they have is on their defense. That's it. That's why their offense scores so much points and their defense give up so much points.
Mm-hmm.
The Niners, we have injuries on our offense and on defense.
Yeah.
So you cannot say that it's the same thing.
I know.
If we would have had all our offense, then this offense would have been laying the smackdown on becoming all kinds of points. But we have on both sides. So
yeah. And that way the defense isn't on the field all day. And that's what ends up happening. That's why it's going to be a bloodbath because our offense is going to stay on the field, right? So that means the defense is going to be out there. And Bethel, you're right, because the first quarter or so, the 49ers defense, and even with the injuries we got, they're still tough. And then here comes the second half.
Yeah.
Oh, the 49ers just lay back and die. And people ask, in the fourth quarter, the 49ers always give up leads. Go out there and play 50 minutes of football on defense and then ask that question.
Yeah, because if you've seen all the games that were played, all the offensive line were crap. Even though they have badass receivers, he can't get the ball out because he's already getting sacked. You can see that with the Texans.
Oh, I know.
They didn't even score nothing.
Didn't they?
It was the defense that got him 2 points.
All right. That's what do we call that when you get the catch on the
back? Safety.
Was that a safety? That's a safety, yeah.
That was safety. They got Henry.
Of all people, Derrick Henry, yes. Oh!
Yeah. So
Lamar
the Texans defense was playing hard. It's just that the offense couldn't do nothing.
I mean, that's why people get on Brock. Look at CJ. It doesn't matter who you are as a quarterback. If you got no protection, you're going down. And CJ got killed.
I go look at the Steelers. They couldn't score shit either.
I thought
because of the offensive line.
I thought the Steelers had a better offensive line than that, though.
I thought too.
Well, wait a minute. Remember, this is what I'm telling you about Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs. Patrick's not raising hell on offense this year. He doesn't need to.
No.
That defense is kicking ass. And that's why I said they're going to win the Super Bowl again, a 3-peat. Damn it.
And the funny part is that there was a reporter telling a bunch of people that, what do you guys think about the Kansas City Chiefs? And a lot of them said the same thing. No, they're not good. It's just the referees are the ones helping them out.
I mean, Bethel, don't get caught saying that. As a 49 fan, we got to stop saying it. Why? Because we've been victims of 2 of their Super Bowls. No,
the funny part is that the ones that were saying all this was Raiders fans.
Okay, good.
Was
the division.
Other teams. Yeah, they were telling a bunch of different teams.
That's fine.
Fans, and they're all saying the same thing.
They'll speak for us. We can't say that because every time you say something to the 49er fan with any other fan, because you can't. Oh, poor 49ers, you can't.
Other ones that were saying something.
I stopped saying that.
Other ones that were saying something was all like Charger fans. They're all in a division. All of the ones that. And other teams, actually, too.
We know about it. We could have told them.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm watching Nick Bosa get choked all the way down to the ground.
Yep.
No flag. It's okay. It ain't okay, ref. The hell you doing?
Yeah, and then if you see the Bears game in Seattle, look at the defense. Both defense were doing good. It's just both offense were sorry. They were trash.
Couldn't get nothing off, man. That was pretty funny. That was the best game as far as defensive efforts go. 6-3. But that was the final score, right? 6-3.
Yeah, if it were, the Seattle got lucky because the touchdown was, he was down for contact or something. And
well, hey, Bethel, you look at us against the Rams, all right? Now, we don't have an offense, right?
Yeah.
But the Rams escaped. And then running around, we're the baddest, we're so good. What if I had just a couple of guys from my offenses on the
Yeah.
You guys would be laying in a puddle of blue and gold blood.
Yep.
Okay? So just stop talking.
No, and then plus, I remember the announcer said it. He goes, if you look at the Niners injury, all of them were all pro. All of them were, number one starters. You have an all-star right there. Yeah, you have an all-star team right there. So, when your all-star team is, sitting in the side, but, people, don't worry. The new year, we're going to go to Super Bowl because if you
Santa Clara, got to get it done.
Yeah. If you see who are we gonna play next year, the bottom team in the bottom, we're gonna have an easy schedule, and with all these stars, we're gonna.
That's not a good thing.
We'll probably go undefeated. You never know.
Yeah, I know. But that's why I get my.
We'll
hats
probably
off.
have some hard games here and there. But
I gotta have them. But that's why you gotta look. At the Chiefs as being pretty awesome because they won the Super Bowl last year and they've lost one time this year.
Yeah, because
the Chiefs are not going to win a three-peat. They got another thing coming. The Bills can't stop them. The Bills' defense is giving up things right and left. Now, what happens if they go in there and have to deal with the Chiefs' defense? I already seen that coming. We'll see what happens to the Eagles. Anyway, all right, Bethel. I'll see you Sunday and bring your score and talk about the beating we're going to take and have fun with that. We all know.
Kittle already, the team's already gonna try to play hard because if you've seen, they're already telling the team that they're gonna score over 30 points.
Hope so.
That they're gonna beat the Niners with over 30 points.
Did the Eagles say something like that already? That's good. I love when you fire the other team up.
Yeah.
I'll see you Sunday.
Hit the like and let's go Niners.
All right. Night, Bethel.
Yeah.
Oh, God. Actually, I'm going to be amused during that game because I see it coming. At no point get upset. The days of getting upset with the 49ers went away 3 weeks ago anyway. But now, although I didn't want to beat the Rams because I'm so tired of them talking trash, unjustified trash. But anyway, this weekend, when the score gets to 40 for the Lions, I'm going to laugh. You know what? Because everybody thinks we're feeling all painful and sad. Ooh, the 49ers are on suicide watch. No, we're not. We're not delusional like some fans. We know. We are delusional about something. It's not this. We got no ammunition. They're shooting howitzers at us, and I got a cap gun. Hey, let's go to Tennessee and let's say, oh, it's time for Papa Dragon. Nah.
What up?
Pop, I know you got some things to say about Shanahan and talking about a good whooping. A good whooping will help you in the future. So Kyle's saying this is going to do Brock a lot of good.
Okay.
And
that's very interesting. But sometimes it's best before you develop that wisdom, you apply that wisdom to oneself.
Good point.
He needs to look into the mirror and realize that he was part of one of the NFL teams that gave up the largest fourth quarter deficit in the history of the Super Bowl. Gave up 28 points. So
Tony knows about that.
And did it make him better, Ronbo? Or is he still doing the same crap?
Oh my God, that's a good point. Ooh.
He's doing the same crap.
Well, we did it in another two Super Bowls too. 2019, we did that. We had a big lead.
You know, who you going to listen to? Kyle Shanahan or Baldinger?
I know.
Kyle Shanahan or Steve Young?
Yeah.
Who you going to listen to? Richard Sherman or Kyle Shanahan?
No, Kyle's integrity is
Who you going to listen to?
Yeah.
Integrity has nothing to do with it.
Well, I mean, as far as the integrity Kyle, I thought he had, I'm starting to, it's sliding.
He lives in his own reality, okay? He's the one that marches Jimmy G in front of everybody and says, okay, this is the highest paid quarterback in the league. Got to respect him. Oh, he does nothing but win.
Well, he did at one point.
Lombardi's the one, look at his stats. He's elite. I know what elite looks like, dog. I know what that looks like. I never heard someone call Joe Montana elite. No one ever called him elite. Not even Joe. Nobody on his team ever called him that.
Which is really funny.
You see what I'm saying? So it's like, so basically what we're saying is, what he's basically trying to say to you is, look, my system is sound, it works. It's Brock. That's what he's saying. I'm not the problem, Brock's the problem. That's exactly what he's saying. That's what he's saying. Because you know what? Why on earth? And I said this to Larry Krueger and shut him up. I said, Larry, who's best tight end in NFL? He said, George Kittle. I said, oh, really? He goes, yes. I said, would you have him block Bosa one-on-one? He said, no, I wouldn't. So why on earth?
Everybody stops at that. Pause.
Yeah, why on earth would you put a backup tight end to block the best pass rusher? And then double down on it and then keep doing it. He did it in the last game. He put the backup tight end on the best pass rusher. He did it the last game. He's still doing it. Right? Because the situation is very simple. This system is predicated on timing, and the NFL defensive coordinators that also have to get paid to do their jobs are predicated on disrupting said timing. That's always been the Achilles heel of the West Coast offense. Right. So no matter how you look at it, no matter what he says in the press conference, and the San Francisco 49er press conference are pretty much powder puff press conferences. There's only a couple people that are asked real questions, and usually those questions get glassed over. They're never really answered. Or Kyle gets an attitude. Right?
You're really good at that too.
Right? There's like one journalist that holds their feet to the fire, and everybody hates him for it, and that's fine, but he's just doing his job. Yeah, so is he over the top sometimes? Absolutely. That's part of what makes Stephen Smith, and that's part of what makes right. You know? That's just part of what makes these guys who they are. Sometimes they're over the top. But amongst the comedy,
everybody knows who they are, though.
The dark comedy that they spit now, there's truth in there. There is absolute truth in there. And the reality is, with Brock Purdy, this is what you can't change. He said today that there's nothing wrong with his arm. Okay, if there's nothing wrong with your arm, Brock, you need to be benched because you cannot throw in the NFL. You cannot throw in wet weather. You can't throw in bad weather. You can't throw in windy weather. You can't change that. Much like I can't change the fact that if Lamar Jackson gets to the corner, I can catch him. So it's very simple for me. To me, it's easy, right? Because I have an unlimited budget in my imagination. I can go out and hire whatever coach I want and get whatever offensive coordinator I want. And I'll tell you this right now, no matter what coach comes in there, they're looking to replace Brock Purdy. Just like if Brock Purdy moves on from the 49ers, it's going to be very close to all the other ex-quarterbacks that come from Kyle Shanahan because he is not a quarterback whisperer. He does not make quarterbacks better. Now, again, the argument can be made for Sam Darnold, but Sam Darnold was a 3rd overall pick.
Also,
he's got size.
Sam got better when
he's got an arm.
But he got better when he got to Minnesota, not necessarily when he was with the 49ers, too. So there is that.
Well, he played the role the right way with the 49ers. What he did was, look, my back foot's going to hit when my back foot hits, the ball's coming out. So that's what Kyle wants to see. He played the game. He did the right thing. Brock Purdy did the same thing. My back foot hits, the ball comes out. There was no dancing. There was no throwing bullet passes to the screen on the sideline. There was no miscalculations or overthrows it was none of that. Look, ball comes out, ball's accurate. You do that for Kyle, you'll make his team. But that's not necessarily
an easy thing.
The issue here. The issue here is too many missed opportunities with this regime, and that's what people don't understand. You look at one season. I look at the entirety of his body of work. He's a 500 coaching coach. He has crappy quarterbacks. He's passed on Mahomes. He's passed on numerous quarterbacks. Deshaun Watson, which means he missed out on tons of massages.
So no. I'm not going to do that vicious history. It'll bring down heartbreak again. But we do have to pull up, fam. Let me always good points. I didn't hear one point in there that was just absolutely. It was some of them vicious, but still on point.
All of you would disagree with this 100%. I believe that when Campbell went to Detroit, that crackpot was going to be a good coach. I just believe it because he's the kind of coach that you want to play for. I also believe that the 49ers, if they had a coach like that, they'd have championships right now. I think if Drew Brees was 6'3" or 6'4", he'd have 3 or 4 Super Bowls. The point is that there's one coach. There's one coach they should go after this year. And they're not going to do it, but if they go after this year, it'll change the franchise. It'll change the NFL.
Give me that.
But the Yorks don't have the ball to do it.
Who is it?
Coach Primetime.
Pop, bookmark it. I'm going to see you Sunday. I mean, it's going to be interesting to see where he goes next year. That's a whole show in itself. All right, fam. We really got to roll. Before production's going to throw us both off.
All right.
All right. Good night, fam.
All right. Good night.
Can you imagine Prime as our coach? I wonder what that would look like. I guarantee you'd get everybody to play. Prime says I'm not leaving Colorado. What's wrong with y'all? But Prime, I think, is baiting the hook. Now, if you really want him, you got to pay him unbelievable money. Jerry Jones ain't playing that game with him, but he should. They know each other. They'll be fighting like husband and wife out there. He's not going to Dallas. Where's he going? Yo, wait, you know what? Hold on. You know what? I need to make a run to the little boys for a moment. OLS.
Ronbo, we got some time for you to come back to me in a few calls, or we need to roll. We need to rock right now.
Okay. Let me check back a couple, see if you're ready. Okay.
All
right.
Appreciate it.
No problem, fam. All right. 49ers, Brian, that marvelous Brian.
The bastard is here. What up, man?
And as a matter of fact, Pop, you forgot to acknowledge 49er Brian. I mean, you've been doing that a lot lately. Brian, come on in, man. Happy holidays to you. I hope you had a good time the other day, other than the football games on the day of the worst of all time. My God, those games were weak.
Oh, my God. How was your Christmas, Ronbo?
Oh, yeah, I just say other than the games, it was fine, fabulous. Especially just kicking back, relaxing, passing out in a chair from eating too much. And suddenly somebody wakes up, hey, you getting up? What time is it? It's damn near 8. Really? That's such a great feeling. Anyway, Brian, how was your Christmas? Huh?
Oh, it's great. I got a little song for everybody.
You got a little what? Brian, you sound distant. You're using something. You did a different system? You must have got some new phones or something for Christmas.
Hey, can you hear me better now?
Oh, it's exactly the same.
Okay. Sorry, man.
But no, you're not in the same using the same equipment, or you sitting in the same place as usual, are you?
Actually, I'm on the road, Ronbo. You want?
Oh, that's all. Yeah, okay, that's what the difference is. I don't want you to take your eyes off the road, though. Go ahead. We're gonna make do. All right, go ahead.
So, I had a little song, but I'm not gonna do it now. You can't hear me very well. But hey, all this Brock Purdy hate. I don't understand it, man. Can you help me understand it a little better?
No, Brian, because I don't understand it. I'm saying, okay, we've seen Brock Purdy get the job done in quite heroic fashion. I don't need to replace him. I need for the team to put the weapons back on the field, and I'm content with that. Because, Brian, my feeling is no matter who you put at quarterback, if he doesn't have any protection, if he doesn't have his primetime players, it's going to show. There's not a lot that can be done. It's going to show. I mean, Joe Burrow is a miracle. That's him and Patrick Mahomes. Burrow has done things this year with the team but he's still got. I mean, he's got Jamar. I mean, he's got some ballers with him though. Doesn't have a running game, but still, yeah, it's not. That's not the case in San Francisco. So I'm not mad at Brock, but people are still mad at him, and they want Pryle to go with him.
Well, my thing is, Ronbo, did he get us to a Super Bowl last year?
And an NFCCG twice. Okay, this is why I'm saying I don't. It's a little mean what they're doing to him just because he's having a bad year. Get him out of here! No, come on. But anyway.
Yeah, that's. Well, and then we got to listen to the solutions of these people that hate on Brock. And we don't know why they hate on Brock because of the draft. It's these little draft warriors that hate Brock Purdy, so they find any way they can to hate on him because they know he's a success. And they don't want a guy that's drafted last to be successful, Ronbo. They don't want that at all.
He's on our team. And we've done things with him. I don't know. But go ahead.
Well, here's the other thing, too. Brock Purdy doesn't fit the caliber of what a fan wants in a quarterback.
6'4", and can throw the ball through a brick wall. I know. Joe Montana couldn't either. So, I don't know. It's.
Oh, and have you heard Joe Montana talk lately? He basically said, hey, the draft, no one has figured out the draft.
And never will.
So, and they never will. And Brock Purdy is the reason why these draft people are just not wanting him around. They are so draft hungry, powerful for a quarterback just to say, hey, we got the first round pick. He's a monster.
And Brian,
and
Brian, amplify on that too. Amplify on that. Because how many first round picks have succeeded down through the years? And how many have failed? I mean, same guys.
Exactly.
6'5", throw the ball through an iron wall. You can throw it out of the stadium. Well, that's good. Can run 100 miles an hour. Okay, fine. Has he won any Super Bowls? Has he been in an MCCG? Yeah.
Trey Lance, Mac Jones, Justin Fields. You had a caller last week that wants Justin Fields on our team. That's crazy to me. And And you had another caller that wants Sam Darnold back. What the hell has Sam Darnold done in his whole career?
That was your buddy, Big Show. But okay, because they don't cost any money, and we're trying not to spend any money on the quarterback, and yet we want to win. So by doing that, but then I look at C.J. Stroud the other day, same issue as Brock's got. He's got no protection. He lost Stephon Diggs. He's getting his brains beat out. He's not getting the same kind of hate as Brock, though.
Yeah, and I know why, because of his draft position.
And 6'4", can throw it through a mile, and yeah.
He's got too small of hands, and he can't grip the ball, and he can't throw it when the weather is bad, and blah, blah, blah.
But I got to tell you, Brian, I agree with that. He's got to get better with the weather conditions, but everything else I can't be mad at. But go ahead.
Well, Ronbo, how many bad games do we play in bad weather? 1 or 2 a year?
Yeah, but unfortunately, they're usually in the wintertime when it really matters. You know what, though? I don't.
Right.
I'll see. I'm sure he's aware.
I can see if we were in Buffalo, if we were the Buffalo 49ers, I'd make it a concern,
Yeah.
But we're the San Francisco 49ers.
I've only seen one quarterback really light it up in those weather conditions, though, and that's Josh Allen.
Yeah.
Look at Matt Stafford when it was raining. He looked like crap. And they barely won that game because we made one fail situation on defense, when that broken defense, when there's a confusion between Travaris Ward and safety. But, yeah.
The Rams aren't any better than the 49ers.
Okay.
I mean, if you take away Puka Kalua and the Kyrene Williams action, which I think the Cardinals are going to do this weekend, they're going to...
No, they can keep those two guys. But let me have BA and CMC back. Okay, now let's play.
Exactly. And, I think if the Cardinals are smart, they'll stop their run, and they'll have to go to the air, and we all know what happens when Stafford goes to the air.
Pick! They got smart. I didn't think the Rams would ever wake up to that. They finally got smart. Stop throwing the ball all day and have a better chance. And they did, and they're looking better. Brian.
And they give us shit. They give us shit about Dinkin and Duncan. What's Stafford been doing? Dinkin
playing
and Duncan.
Intelligent football. Take what the defense gives you. God. I hate people say, well, Dinkin dunk all day. Yeah, are you stupid? Do you know anything about football? Anyway. Brian.
And where did Stafford get that from? From McVay, who came under Kyle Shanahan.
Well, not
clowns in the chat.
But you at some point you got to realize, don't be doing that, or else. Hey, listen, we got to go over to Brian. Yeah. I don't know where you're on your way to, but drive safely, and we'll see you Sunday.
All right, shout out to my 49er faithful, the real fans of the San Francisco 49ers. Not these casuals that are hating on Brock all the time.
Know.
Give me a break.
Yeah. All right. All
right.
Have a great day,
y'all.
man.
See you later. Love you, Ronbo.
Love you back, fam. No. And by the way, we know everybody realizes you still love the 49ers. You just think you believe, and like everybody else, you have your opinion as to what needs to be improved. And I ain't mad at that. So, And Steven. Oh, Steven. Oh, hey. Well, we went through that already. Okay. All right. Steven. Tony Ryan keep an order in that chat, but Rams fans just make things up sometimes as they go along. Hey, Steven.
Wake up for me, Rumble, this week. Guess who it is? It's yours.
I love it. I love it. You got pitch issues, but you sound good. Every time I've watched those shows where they have the whatever idol show and the guys that they're singing, and at the end of it, a little bit pitchy. But I can see there's possible potential there, and Steven, you're a little pitchy.
Yeah. I was trying to go deep in my vocals, but anyways, how you doing?
It's holiday time. Steven, doing great. Doing great. Waiting for the year to end. And I can't wait till we get busy on fixing this machine. So I'm ready to park it and get under the hood. But for the meantime, we still got a couple of games to go, and one's going to be really bad. Who's our last game against?
Cardinals.
Oh, I forgot about that. We do not, Steven, we do not have good days against Kyler Murray. Maybe we will this time. We had a couple of years. We had a couple of good games. Remember that year we maimed him and he couldn't finish the rest of the season? That was a good year. And, yeah, that's the only year I remember, but still. Anyway, Steven, Kyle Shanahan believes that Brock Purdy taking his licks this year is going to help him going forward as a quarterback. Now, Papa Dragons point out where Kyle needs to take some of his own medicine, and what he's saying is this: my system is foolproof, and if Brock learns to run it correctly, we should have no problem. And this will prove it. I mean, Stephen, what is your feeling about that type of thinking from Kyle Shanahan?
Well, first of all, I just want to say welcome back, Ronbo, from Christmas. We're back.
Nobody does that. We go back. That was all through the introduction. You're kind of funny. You should be on SNL.
I like the new Bernie.
Well, thank you very much.
Right. Yeah, 2 more games. Man, this football's over. Wow, I'm surprised.
I know, right? It looks like we never got started. I still remember the OTAs and BA driving up to the gate and saying things like he's getting ready to play, and the holdout would last a couple more weeks, and now we're back at a stalemate. Now they're not talking anymore. It sucked all the air out of the 49ers room for that entire time, when we should have been emphasizing on getting the attitude up, working toward having a good OTAs and going into the time of year when we start to prepare for the season. But no, we're talking about CMC, BA, Trent. Wasn't there another person in there trying to get paid too? I mean, come on, guys. Can we get this done before now? Oh, terrible. So,
Yeah, Rumble.
I'm sorry. Take my back, please.
Oh, thanks. I was gonna say that, John Lynch earlier today in the day, he said he's gonna his values are to fix this team on this offseason, and hopefully that happens, because you need to fix a lot.
I saw that line where he says, "We see the root of the problem, we'll fix it." So I'm looking forward to what he means by that.
You believe him?
Well, no, I do. You know why?
Oh, okay.
Because we were absolute poo-poo when Lynch and Shanahan started. And remember they started the brick by brick thing? I actually trust these guys. I mean, every team goes through, we're not the worst as far as a team's taking a slide. Hell, we're not even close to some of the worst. So I figure they can fix this. If any two guys can do it, I believe in them. I don't know what's going to happen when they do fix it, but we'll see.
Also, what's Purdy? I think he's gonna have a good offseason, and let's see how he does in training camp. But why are you playing him these last 2 games? Does it matter? Like, we're out, right?
More school of hard knocks. Shanahan wants them to go out there and endure.
Oh, yeah.
But it seems a little risky, doesn't it? If he gets hurt, Shanahan's going to be in deep trouble, though. He really is, because this is unnecessary.
Yeah. They asked Dan Campbell, are you resting any of your players for this Monday? And he said, no.
He went on to say, we're bringing everything we got. Yeah. Dan, are you angry? You want to ask him? God. I mean, because I still think it's from last year. They're coming in to just wipe the ground. I mean, they're going to mop the floor with the 49ers. They want to do it, too.
They're going to murder us.
Woo. And at the half, the 49ers have 4, and that was from 2 safeties. And the Detroit Lions are coming in around 69 points, which should be an all-time record at the end of this game. Scoring on every down. Hey, you know what, though, Steven? I might be giving them more credit than they actually are. I know the Lions are tough offensively, but they may not be as tough as I think they're going to be. So I'm hoping they don't, because I don't want them to embarrass us. If they have 30 or 40 points before the half, how bad would that be?
Yeah.
I got no offensive line that Brock knows. I got defense is like, I mean, Fred's got a bad foot. Dre's not going to help him. I got a couple of rookies helping Fred out. I mean, oh my God. Oh, my secondary is not going to be able to pass as easy as they want. Maybe get a couple of pick sixes. I'm sorry. Go ahead. I'm thinking.
Oh, thanks. I was going to say that, this week, LaShawn McCoy, I don't know, you know who he is.
But everybody knows who Shady is. The man who loves them. No matter what's going on, Shady. Are the 49ers going to beat the Eagles this weekend? No. Why? I'm going to tell you why. And Shady, okay. He's never. Shady's a homer. I love it. But go ahead.
He said that who's to blame for the 49ers not making the playoffs and not having a good season. He said that the front office, and he says the whole
No, I agree with that.
He said the holdouts, the defense, it's just a mess, It's just
you
the
make that mess at the
linebacker.
beginning of the season, and it's going to linger into the season. I mean, I hope the 49ers learn from that while Kyle's talking about teachable moments. This past season, I hope they learn. 49ers don't do that. If you do that, it's going to linger right into the season. Get it done. Oh. Everybody else does, Steven? How many other teams got guys linger? Well, look at Cincinnati. They look like crap. Why? Because of T. Higgins and Jamar. At the beginning of the season, I hate that. Oh. Anyway, tell you what, I'll say. I promise to give you the mic and let you keep the mic Sunday, Steven. We got to go.
Oh, before I go, Rumble.
Yeah.
Did you see the Chiefs? They won. They clinched the first seed, and I'm just tired of that. Chiefs every year. Chiefs.
I want them to lose too, but they're not going to. So I'm at peace with that.
Yeah.
No, they're going to win 3.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll see you Sunday.
All right, fam.
For predictions, right?
Yeah, for Sundays. Yeah, predictions. Because we play Monday. Yeah. All right.
Okay. See you Sunday, Rumble.
Looking forward to it. All right, Steven.
Okay.
All right. And let's go check on Ellis. Hey, Ellis, you ready, Ellis?
Yeah, shit, almost, unless I ain't got no choice, man. What's it looking like?
Ellis, we waited to make you last. Unless somebody comes in all of a sudden.
Come on.
All right.
All right, come on with it.
The question tonight is, Ellis, our illustrious coach, Kyle Shanahan, does believe that Brock Purdy, through this disastrous 2024 season, will learn from it and be better for it.
I can see, I can see that. For me, I'm gonna be honest. Looking at what a lot of other teams are doing, looking at what Justin Herbert's been doing, and all he's had is Ladd McConkey at wide receiver that's actually been doing anything. A bunch of guys that I never heard of. He's throwing the ball to each game. And, they're squeezing out wins. And I know they got Jim Harbaugh and their defense is playing, really well and stuff like that. But, we got a great team, man. So these motherfuckers, we don't really have no excuse to be, to be looking like this. And, when you play like shit, that's what happens. So I'm just, I don't. If you take away all of the weapons, does Brock give us an opportunity to win at the end of each game? Is he putting it on the line? Is he, setting the bar high for himself? Or is he just making himself look mediocre. You know,
Yeah.
that's kind of what I'm looking at, man.
Mm-hmm.
You know, because like I said, there's a lot of teams that's in the NFL that's lacking roster, roster talent, and are playing, are playing well. I mean, we played good a couple of games, but the lack of closure and stuff like that. I'm just looking for Brock to really step up. But having Debo, you take Debo, you take Brandon Ayuk, you take Christian away, and let's say we just give him George and whoever else, say a bunch of no-name guys, or keep JJ on here. You know, could Brock pull out 10 wins this season with just JJ and George? You know, we don't know. I don't know if we'll ever know that. We'll never have that, actually become a reality. So I'm questioning. I mean, what he's done up until this point is still, is great. I mean, he's had some phenomenal games and performances, and he's I'm not saying he's garbage or anything like that. I don't think I'll ever say anything like that. But I just question what he's going to do when you lack weapons next time around, because this was a year where he had an opportunity to prove that without Christian, without Brandon, without Debo, without these players, I'm going to pull wins out regardless. We're not losing. So I look for him to take another step up mentally. That's mental. You know what I'm saying? The sport is 85% physical, and mental, and the rest is physical. The latter 20% or whatever else. So Brock has another level that he needs to come up, and he can lift weights and, improving his speed and agility and all that other shit. The mental makeup, I want to see him take another level up with his mental, because there's no reason why. I don't give a shit what Kyle is calling. Kyle's not going to argue with success. And you've seen it happen before in the press conferences where this wasn't supposed to happen, but this happened and we got this out of it and we won the game, or we made the play, we got a touchdown. Ideally, we would like to, Kyle wants to, he wants to be in control of everything. But I feel like if Brock is really about the wins and the team as a whole, more than he is listening to his coach, that's where he'll be able to separate himself and be look, I did what I needed to do for us to win. He doesn't have to do that all game. It's not like an Aaron Rodgers mentality, but I need Brock to really start showing that he can take the reins and he can get wins out, without having without everything going correct consistently. Not saying he hasn't won any games with missing guys and stuff like that, but winning the games consistently, or more than not, when everything is not going according to plan. So maybe Kyle was trying to put some positivity in the atmosphere publicly so that can maybe assist that. I'm not saying that that's what Kyle's intentions were. I think he was just saying what was nice at the time, what was necessary at the time in public. But hopefully that will have it'll spark something in Brock to where he can kind of say, you know what, there's some things that I need to work on, and this getting our asses kicked, not closing out games in the end and stuff like that. There's a lot of things I could do better, and there were some plays that he did, some things that lost us the game. Not all season long though. It was a couple of times. I would say 2 games at the most. Could have possibly been 3 where it was some decisions wrong. Outside of that, there was a whole lot of other shit going on that was out of his hands. But I still want to see Brock get to that level, man, because if he wants to be the guy, if he doesn't want to just be looked at as somebody that's, random, just, hey, he's good and he's a system guy, he does have to take another step up mentally and really show that shit on the tape that you belong here and you belong in the conversation, and there's no debating. There's nobody that can try to take that away from him.
And
you got Kirk Cousins
to take it home.
Yeah, go ahead.
I'm saying, and you can be trusted to be the guy who could put that dagger into that heart. But else, we're gonna go. I'm gonna tell you what.
We need that.
Well, yeah.
We need that from him, man, moving forward, because he's not going nowhere. at least for the next 3 years. So everybody just hold on.
Right.
But we can only hope and try to speak some positivity into him mentally so he can get to that place. Physically, all the physical stuff, we don't give a shit about that. But anyway, I mean, we do, but we don't. That's not the primary source of where the greatness comes from. So if you know anything about sports and you played the sport, you know where it comes from. But
Gotta have a heart,
yeah,
baby.
man. Look, we gonna get we gonna get roughed up. We gonna get roughed up on Monday. So everybody just brace yourself. Get ready. They're about to take out all of their frustrations from last season.
Yeah.
And they're gonna try to beat up on us real good.
Oh yeah. I mean, hey, Ellis, we're gonna do scores on Sunday since we ain't playing. And
okay, that's a bet. Right on. We'll be back.
I think we're coming right around the Rams when the Rams are playing. And if the Rams lose, it'll be a party, good time. Them talking, boy, just we're the baddest. Oh my
what time is
God.
What
I don't know what time they play.
What time are they playing?
It's got to be afternoon.
Okay.
Probably about 1 o'clock.
Okay.
Anyway.
Yeah, because it's Josh's birthday on Sunday, so I'm gonna try to if you come in early then or early enough, then hopefully we can get in there and be able to rap with you and see. We'll come through.
We might wait till it's after. We might wait till the evening game. All right, fam.
Okay.
Happy birthday to Josh.
All right, man. Shout out to Faithful.
All right. All right, fam.
I appreciate it, family. Yeah, shout out to Faithful, man. Hit that like and subscribe. And yeah, man. Look, we here, baby. We here. It's the tail end. You know what I'm saying? Get ready for the off season. Get ready for all this, whatever. But let's squeeze out what we can out of the season, man, and just it's gonna be good, y'all.
Yeah.
Shout out to the whole family, though, man.
All right,
I know what it is.
All right.
Peace and love.
All right.
Gone.
Hey, Ellis.
No. But Rams are blaming injuries and refs. But does anybody remember what the Rams looked like that year after everybody left? All right. This is the thing about Rams. Nothing applies to them. Only everybody else. Rams are dangerous. You and that ready to go. Some of the stupidest takes I've ever seen in my life, and I've seen a lot of stupid takes in there. Hey, Tony, come on in.
Ronbo, good evening. How are you, sir?
Oh man, just holiday having a good time. I mean,
it's
really funny. It's a relaxing feeling.
Those dweeb Rams fans, Ronbo. Those are some of the most uneducated fans in the world.
Stupid takes. Blaming injuries and blaming refs. The Rams, after they won that Super Bowl the next year, they had all kind of injuries and guys missing. They got their ass handed to them and set a record for a team losing after winning a Super Bowl, right? And here they say things like this. This is why, what are you guys? What are you, 8, 9, 10 years old? Anyway, Tony, we got
Ronbo, I got some NFL news for you.
What's that?
Some of it may be rumors. One thing that I saw on Twitter that the Chicago Bears are interested in Petey Carroll.
No, I saw that, and Carroll's interested in them too.
Really?
Yeah, he was. I thought he brought it up first. He loved to. He loved to coach the Bears.
Last night I saw on this. I was just channel surfing on YouTube late, and after the Seattle game, Seahawks fans are fed up with. They're fed up with Geno Smith, and I've been hearing that Seattle is going to talk to Cincinnati. But Cincinnati, they got all kind of problems. As you know, they franchise tagged T. Higgins, paid him $25.5 million. He can't stay healthy. They're going to lose him. And they either going to sign Jamar Chase, which I think they will.
That's why they want to pay T.
Trey Hendrickson, the NFL's leading sacker. They can't sign them both. You and I talked about that.
What would you do?
I signed Jamar Chase.
Okay. And that means now, and that's what I saw a 49er person talking about if an edge rusher comes into the draft, a disgruntled edge rusher comes up for trade, the 49ers better jump on it. Is he that guy? That guy in Cincinnati, is he the only one? Is there another couple of guys, edge rushers, that aren't happy with their situation?
If they are, I don't know. I know Cincinnati got their 2023 first-round pick out of Clemson. I can't think of that kid's name right now. He's probably going to replace Hendrickson. They've been grooming him anyway, these last 2 years.
Could be interesting. What happens? Offseason's going to be really funny this year. Because
Miles Murphy out of Clemson. Miles Murphy.
And see, and this is the kind of guy you might draft up. You might draft
what I'm hearing out of Seattle is, Ronbo, they're going to offer the farm to the Cincinnati Bengals to try to get Joe Burrow in Seattle. So keep your eye on that.
Wait. Who's they're going to try to get Joe Burrow where? Who?
In Seattle. They're going to offer a bunch of first round.
That's what I thought you were when you first started.
Picks and other picks to get Joe Burrow.
Don't bring Joe Burrow to the NFC West, please. Now, him I'd have fear of.
This is just what I'm hearing. It's not confirmed. It's not factual. But this is what I've been hearing.
Okay, because the Hawks have to give up a lot to get Joe Burrow.
A lot.
They really have to gut the team. I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah, give up a whole lot. They're going to have to give up more than just draft picks.
That cornerback with all the speed, he's got to go. They got a decent offensive lineman, I think, or two.
Weatherspoon. Weatherspoon. They got their first round pick, Charles Cross. They just drafted him 2 years ago, so he ain't going nowhere. And neither is the other one on the other side, Lucas, the one I liked out of Washington State. But they're going to have to give up Weatherspoon that corner. I would love to have him.
Witherspoon. Do they have?
They just signed Leonard Williams, the defensive end, to a lot of money. So how are you gonna fit all that in?
We're talking about that Witherspoon is a different Witherspoon than we had here. The Witherspoon I'm thinking about is in L.A., right? Yeah, Witherspoon's in L.A. The one we had.
The Witherspoon that I'm talking about, Seattle drafted him. He's pretty good too. Out of Illinois.
That's right. His name is Witherspoon. Yeah, you're right. So yeah,
Yeah, he's a good corner. Devon Witherspoon.
Yeah.
Talking about Wooden in Seattle, the other corner, Wooden.
Yeah. There's going to be a lot of shaking and baking going on in a few weeks.
It is. It really is, Ronbo. It's going to be a lot of changes in the NFL. I don't know what. The Jets are trying to debate whether they're going to keep Rodgers or not. I've even heard a rumor, because Russell Wilson only signed for 1 year. I heard just 2 days ago, Aaron Rodgers to Pittsburgh.
I can't imagine Tomlin wanted to put it. Anthony ran him completely nuts with all the antics. Aaron Rodgers takes what AD was like a glass of water compared to a glass of some of the cheapest scotch on the planet. I mean, that's going to be our kick. Because is Aaron going to come over there and behave and focus on their whole philosophy?
No, he will. Tomlin ain't going to put up with that.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Well, he doesn't want to. Aaron's not going to come over there and ride into town like, okay, I'm in charge here, and I'll give you guys tomorrow what's necessary. And Tomlin, excuse me, I can't imagine that, because that's what he did pretty much with the Jets. And now look at the mess.
I want this guy. I want Randall Cobb. I want this guy. And they did it.
They ain't getting all that. I mean, they got a good receiving crew. When Pickens is playing, Pittsburgh's good. Russell lost his safety net in Pickens, and now they look like this. So,
Yeah. I think it's going to be some quarterback play. Not quarterback play. Teams are going to be trying to get quarterbacks, Ronbo. I'm talking about aggressively. I'm also hearing that the Raiders are aggressively going to try to get a quarterback. I don't know if it's through the draft or what. One of these young kids like Shadir Sanders.
I was going to say, I thought they were after Shadir. Yeah.
But I'm hearing Las Vegas trying to get a quarterback. Pittsburgh, we don't know what they're going to do. The Jets. And I already said with Seattle, that blew my mind when he talked about Seattle giving up the farm and a half to get Joe Burrow in Seattle.
Well, because where they are right now, they can afford that because they should have a lot of money. And it'll cause some damage, but personnel-wise, they could get hurt. I don't know what Cincinnati's going to want in return. But as far as draft picks go, they're not probably going to sweat that.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
So,
but Cincinnati's, man, all that talent they got, and they draft really well talent. So if they trade Joe Burrow, Jamar Chase is not going to want to sign there to stay there.
Oh, you're right. Oh, you're right, because they don't have a quarterback. Who will they get if they don't have Burrow? Geno's
T. Higgins already going to be gone. They franchised him this year, so he's pissed off. He's going to be gone. And I think Hendrickson going to be gone. I think Hendrickson's mad that they didn't try to sign him this season. I just think he's just going to leave.
See, this is why when people keep talking about making large-scale change with the 49ers, you better be careful with that. Because a lot of people, take it all, get rid of all those guys, getting old, long in the tooth. We don't need them anyway. See, people don't realize the dominoing effect of getting rid of the wrong players. If Kyle Shanahan leaves, George Kittle leaves, Debo, I know people don't care if he leaves. He's going to take coaches with him. Bobby Turner's gone. What it does to a team when you get rid of really talented people, it can be really frightening. So that's why.
Yeah, like you said, the domino effect.
Yeah. So that's why I'm glad the 49ers. I'm sure Jets are entertaining that.
I look for us to try to put Kyle Pitts on the trading block with 1 year left on his contract. I do. I look for us to try to get something for him.
I'll take Kyle Pitts though. Yes. I told him I'm gonna give you a Debo and a second round pick.
You know
Pitts
what?
Could be,
Kyle Pitts.
If Kyle had Pitts,
I told my Falcons viewers, I said, this is nothing against the organization, but it's going to sound like I'm slighting the organization. I said, if we trade Kyle Pitts, when he had that 1,000 yards his rookie year, he's going to go beyond that. He's going to have like 1,200. And it's not against Atlanta. It's against the system. He's going to go to a better system where he fits better. You know what I'm talking about?
If Kyle Pitts comes to San Francisco opposite of George Kittle, oh, my friggin' God. Oh,
yes, sir.
Yeah.
Y'all can trade Debo then.
Yeah, I'll give you Debo then. Oh.
Yep. Then you got y'all can run the old
athletic talent like Pitts.
Two tight ends, two wide receiver, one back, Ronbo. You have your two tight ends, Pitts and Kittle. You got your two wide receivers, Ayuk, and your first round pick this year. And then you still got Jawan Jennings.
You know what I'm saying? It ain't going to happen. It's too good to happen. Anyway, Tony, we're going to go. I'll be back Sunday. And you guys play this weekend, right?
Yeah, that Sunday night, Washington.
Oh, yeah.
I told my Falcons
Sunday
it's
night,
a playoff game, but we got to have this game.
All right, I know, you know, because you're right there. You can get that division. It's right there. All right.
Yep. And give your boy Jennings some more money, Ronbo. Pay him. He signed him for 1 year. Sign him long term to 2 or 3 years. He ain't gonna want much.
No, he's got a 2-year contract. He's here with us next year, but I wish he would get a 3-year contract. All right, Tony.
Yes, sir.
I'll see you Sunday.
Well, sir, I'll see you Sunday.
All right.
And I hope Arizona beat the Rams. Come on, Kyler Murray, even though I don't like you either. Come on.
All right, Tony. I'll see you Sunday. I agree. Night.
Take care, sir.
You too. Oh, Rams, you know, you better not lose the way you guys been talking trash. And you I bet you won't come in here that day. Jalen!
What's going on, Ronbo?
Jalen, just sit back here enjoying the holiday season. Deck the halls. I guess you got to take that stuff down out the hall. You know, that's right. We can keep it one more week for New Year's. Jalen, come on in, man. How you doing? How was the holiday?
It reminded me of last year when we got blown out on New Year's or Christmas.
Did we play the Ravens last year during Christmas?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's when we first got a wake-up call. And Lamar and Brock was in a conversation for MVP. Lamar came in and B-slapped us, and he took him right out the conversation. But then it got worse. Conversation was between Dak Prescott and Lamar. I said, I'm talking about Dak. Oh, don't talk to me about Dak. Go ahead.
Ronbo, what are your expectations for next year? And I don't want to hear no, oh, man, I just want us in the running. I just want us back healthy. Because it's going to be year 9. What are your realistic...
Well, what else can I want... They got to come back and play. They can't look like this. They won't have a schedule like that with no rest in it. Everybody else gets it. We don't. They won't have to track the East Coast. The schedule will be easier. Players will have rested off season. Jalen, 5 out of 6 years of these long runs can take it out of a team. So, you know what? I'm gonna rest on that, man. I can't say nothing else. I do expect much better results next year than this year because you can't get any worse than this year.
Rombo, what if he has another year like this next year where he
Then it's
doesn't
time.
go into the playoffs?
Well, then it is time to fire everybody. I can't imagine that.
Rombo, these guys are going to come back and they're going to be older. They're going to be less motivated because they're paid. Rombo, I'm just, I don't know what you think you finna get coming back. That's going to be.
I'm going to see players that aren't happy with this season. They got pride as an athlete. Jalen, you play ball.
Rombo, who do you, Rombo, they had pride. Rombo, all of that pride has been drained after that second Super Bowl, Rombo. There is no more pride.
I assure you, after this kind of B slap, you better believe them dudes go back ready to play. I would.
Rombo,
I mean, I'm embarrassed. I'm embarrassed by what we just did, and I'm going to come back lagging again next year. Jalen, if you like that, you wouldn't even be in the game.
Rombo, these guys have gotten embarrassed. You got to remember, it's the Rams game, it's the Eagles game, plus the 2 Super Bowls. Man, these guys are mentally drained. It ain't no more bounce back. That's why they look like they look now. You can't bounce back. Rombo, you can't bounce back from too many blows to the head like that.
You ever played ball before?
Yeah.
And eventually, after you got embarrassed, you didn't feel like kicking ass?
After being with a certain organization for so long and not being successful, I'm going.
Okay. Listen, you're convinced of that, so I'm not going to try to change your mind. But I do know this. If I got my ass kicked like the 49ers did by the teams that I got kicked this year, and I got all my boys with me next year, oh, you better believe we go kick some ass. Damn right.
Rombo, what if they do?
Even if we're losing, we ain't going out looking like this. Nobody going out like this without an effort if they can't help it. No.
Rombo, I just brought up to you that Ravens game. We were completely healthy. We got blown out.
Ravens game last year?
Yeah, we were healthy that Ravens game. We got blown out.
No, we got beat by a better team that day.
Really?
Yeah, that happens. Happens to the Ravens too.
So the Ravens. Hold on, Rombo. Hold on. So the Ravens as a whole was a better team, not just Lamar Jackson went out there and did a number on us.
Okay, they proved it. You know, a lot of teams the 49ers lose. The 49ers helped them. But the Ravens, they didn't need no help. They beat the 49ers from the first quarter to the fourth. No doubt about it.
Okay. Rombo, the way I see it.
I never said anything otherwise.
Okay. I did not think that roster that the Ravens had was better than ours. That's just me.
Anytime you have Lamar Jackson on the field with any kind of help at all, it's already automatically going to be a problem. That dude.
But you got Christian McCaffrey, you got Debo, you got Ayuk, you got Jennings, you got Kittle.
We just got beat that day. I don't know about better team or not, but we definitely got our ass kicked that day. No doubt about it.
Okay, but you see where I'm going with this. We were healthy and we still was able to.
That didn't happen every week, though. I don't know why. Last season was not a bad season.
You do realize that those are the type of teams that we're going to have to play in order to win a championship, right?
And we did. Well, how many games did we lose last year?
Kicked.
We lost how many games? 4? 3?
4? We lost to the Ravens.
Right, you got to think about it.
Vikings. We lost to.
The Vikings kicked our ass too, by the way.
Yeah, we lost to
that was an ass kicking.
Two or three teams. We didn't lose to a lot.
Oh no, that's what I'm saying. So you can see what I'm saying. This team's got more pride than that. We lost because of a lot of reasons, but it ain't because of personnel missing. But as far as attitude and being champions, they got it in them. They're not gonna lay back in the cuff. No way.
Offensively, who's about to come out there next year and be like, man, you guys are we're gonna show you who Kittle at 30, at 33. Who
does he look like he slowed down to you?
Rombo, does he look like he's gonna go out there and throw his body on the line in year 9?
He always does, even when he shouldn't.
Okay. Well,
no, they're not. You don't have those guys are Pro Bowls for a reason because that's what they're made out of.
Yeah.
If CMC's healthy, he has to be made to sit down. So I guarantee you, he's ready to go. Trent Williams is fat self. I bet he comes back in shape next year.
Okay, Ronbo. You think these guys are X-Men mutants and can just heal from all injuries?
No, just
Man,
saying they're going to come back
these
with
guys
a
are
little more
old.
fire than they left
These
this
guys
year.
are old. They're in their 30s. They have kids, and they've gotten
Okay, so
paid.
Jalen, what would you have them to do?
What do you mean have them to do? I can't make them do anything.
You're not accepting of the fact that the 49ers are going to come back next year healthy and ready to play. So what are you going to do?
Oh, they're going to be healthy, Ronbo, but they're older.
They're not going to be ready to play? What are you going to do?
They're not going to, but they're older. It ain't about them not being healthy. They're not going to be the same as when we
so you're saying
saw
they're too old to play. What do you do? You got a remedy?
You rebuild.
Okay. So you're saying get rid of everybody next year.
No.
Get rid of everybody next year and
start rebuilding.
Okay.
You don't get rid of everybody.
But that's already in progress.
You want to get rid of everybody. I don't want to get rid of everybody.
Well, I'm just saying. I mean, that never stops. The 49ers are always going to be drafting people and bringing them in. They're bringing in new people right and left.
All you got to do is get rid of a few people, Ronbo. Maybe Debo.
Well, that's that. We can talk about that.
I mean,
but Debo's only one, though. Who else? Jake Booty can go. I'm tired of him.
I feel like we could probably get a good pick for Trent Williams if we try to trade him.
See, that's really... Offensive line situation is really a problem. No matter what assembly of people we get in to play O-line, they need to play together for a while. I don't know what's going to happen with that. That really does worry me.
We can get a second-round pick for Trent Williams.
Also, for an offensive lineman, Trent Williams is not too old. George Kittle for tight end is not too old.
They're getting old, Ronbo. He's, 33?
Okay, getting old and being old is another one thing, but, no, I'm just pushing out. I'm telling you positions that tight ends can play for a long time.
He can go another 20-week season of football and his body not break down?
No, these guys know how to take care of their body. In the offseason.
They know how to. Ronbo, these guys miss games every year.
No, Jalen, but they haven't had an offseason in how long?
What do you mean they have an off season every year?
What, a month? Jalen, you realize the 49ers have been in the playoffs, deep into the playoffs every year for the last 5 out of 6 years, right?
That don't mean that they don't get an off season, Ronbo.
Jalen, it takes more than a few weeks and then come back to OTAs.
OTAs is not until like May.
Okay. Season goes
That's
until
like 3
February, March, April.
That's like 3 months, Ronbo.
2, if you're lucky. And you got to train. You can't just lay back and rest. You got to train.
I mean, you don't have to train.
You better.
You
can't come in. Jalen, if you come into camp out of shape, what are you going to do? You're going to lose your job.
I don't think you're going to get Ronbo. You think you're going to be out of shape in just 2 months?
It takes 4 weeks to come out of NFL shape. Easily. So you basically got 1 month to kick back and relax. After that, you better get on your horse. So you're going to see something different. You're going to see the fact that they're going to get a regular offseason and they'll come back ready to go. You'll see.
Okay, Ronbo. Yeah. So, Ronbo, here's the thing. We got a regular offseason after 2018, 2017, and 2020.
And look what happened.
What happened?
Kicked ass. With the Super Bowl year after that,
Ronbo, nobody kicked ass. By the end of the season, we were holding our heads down, crying, wondering how the hell can we have won this game.
2018, one of the best seasons the 49ers have had in a long time. Went to Super Bowl.
2018 was terrible, Ronbo. That season was terrible.
Jalen, you went to the Super Bowl at the end of the 2019 Super Bowl was in.
No, 2018. You said 2018.
Okay, 2018. No, 2018 we had to get draft picks, right? Oh yeah, Jimmy G got hurt. Jalen, if we go back to the history, the 49ers have not been shit since 2018 was last year. Jimmy G got hurt. 2019 we came back with the Super Bowl. 2020 we sucked. 2020 was terrible. 2021, 22, 23.
I mean, 4 out of 4 years we've been. It's half and half. It's been half and half, Ronbo.
You got to respect that, man. That's hard to do. Nobody else is
I can't respect that 50% of the time you'll do good and 50% of the time you're god awful. I cannot respect that.
Jalen, how many teams are doing that?
I cannot respect that.
Okay, listen. We got to go. I'll be back Sunday.
There's a standard, Ronbo. You gotta remember the standard, Ronbo. There's a gold standard in San Francisco. And it's not just mediocrity. It's championships.
Okay. I agree. I'm not denying that. All right. We got to go. Let me
Let me get
you
another
Sunday.
shout out, Ronbo.
Yeah, you can do
Because at
that.
the end of the day, the Rams only got 2 rings. They only got 2 rings.
Jay. All right, Jay. I'll see you Sunday.
The Inglewood rings.
Oh. Anyway. Fam, thank you for the contributions tonight. Appreciate it. Always do. And please, subscribe. You're going to love it. We're getting ready to go into all season, but it's going to be okay. You're going to see some things that make your lives light up. And trust me, Jalen has no preconceived ideas about what's going on other than failure. The 49ers are going to come back ready to play. If you've ever played ball, you know, when you get your face rubbed in the mud, it's like washing your face. You're ready to go now because the 49ers aren't going to be happy with this season, how it ends. I assure you they will be ready to go next year. Anyway, hey, Sunday, come on back in. And you know what? We all know what's going to happen Monday night, but let's just have fun with it. Don't take it too seriously right now. All right, you'll be okay. I'll see you Sunday. Rams, you better not lose. Oh, my God. You lose, and the whole show will be mostly about you. We'll be doing scores, but you loud talking, we're going to get on you. I mean, and as a matter of fact, you can't lose a game in the playoffs. You guys act like the Chiefs is an easy thing, don't you? Oh, man, love the Super Bowl. Blah, blah. Get in there, please. Please go to the Super Bowl and let the Chiefs be there waiting on that ass. Ooh-wee! Oh, please make it and lose. I bet you we'll be through with you then. Hey, fam, but I'll see you Sunday. Have a great night and enjoy Sunday games. We'll be back a little bit after they're over. Niners!